going on, guys? This is Grim Reaper back with all the sperm, bro. We got all the sperm right here, bro. In the first 15 seconds, we got all the sperm.
Shonen. Yeah, like Shonen came in here and literally warned Grimm about how not to fuck up monetization. I did it just now, but I mean, Grimm led the train with the sperm spam.
So everyone, Grimm has a Patreon. Maybe you could take a quick look at that.
Patreon doesn't get demonetized unless you're a right-wing person, but other than that, you're fine.
We've got all the spermatozoa. Just look at his Patreon.
Yo, this is the chapter of Atomic Sperm. This shit is fucking crazy, super duper hype. Y'all already know what kind of fanboy I am. I already know the power that Black Sperm is supposed to bring because it is fucking drawing and you fucking webcomic fucks keep hyping them up. So let's see what it's about, bro. This is a chapter. This is it. Like, this is like, the boys were putting it on the Twitter chat. They were like, we haven't really seen another official executive versus hero fight. It's maybe like one of the first ones. So here it is, man. But you already know the heroes came through with I Can't Do It Alone. What's going on, bud?
Yo, what up? I don't know about the sperm thing because mine might be a low. Been drinking. But, yeah.
I think we're just speechless after the opening. That's probably the best way to put it. Yes, good chapter. I mean, I was gonna let you lead with this, Grimm, because I think you like Atomic, possibly. Yeah, great. G5's gone, which is fine, and then finally Black Sperm getting into it. So it's good.
Oh yeah, Zhoniin ain't safe for this one, bro. We gonna have to dissect that theory, bro.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah, good chapter. Trying to structure a sentence in which sperm won't be used against me. But I liked it.
What did you like?
Bits and pieces of everything. Thought Atomic Samurai was cool. G5 got clapped by artistry, and the dude in the jumpsuit at the end. He was pretty cool.
What's his who?
Satsuki dono.
You did make him, according to the official backstory.
I guess, but
It is canon now.
I mean, I didn't consent to it, so let's just leave it at that.
So in my review, I liken this chapter to like a One Piece chapter. It's just like a meal comprised of like little appetizers, but then like you never get the main course. They're just going to give it to you like the next time you come to the restaurant. But that doesn't mean it was bad. I mean, sometimes like, you know, if you have a sampler platter from like Applebee's or something, that shit's awesome, but it doesn't really fill you up. You just want that fajita platter, but we didn't get it, but that's fine. Because next chapter, we're definitely going to get it, and it's going to fill us up then. But until that time, we have plenty to talk about. Until then, talk about these mozzarella sticks, jalapeno poppers. We got some nachos. I'm just sticking to the appetizer analogy. Yeah,
I don't think Grimm liked the One Piece comparison.
No, I think Grimm's been coming around on One Piece.
Yeah.
Nah,
really?
This is
You're a turncoat, huh?
Nah.
Wano's holding it down. That's all I'm saying. Lately, it's been holding it down.
What's been leading the way has been One Punch. As we already stated, we loved 110. So let's get into the business and shit. I guess we can start off with the cover page like we usually do. Any thoughts? Any speculations? Comments?
This really gives me hope of what will never come. That's kind of like a misnomer, but it's basically like if Murata animated this series. Because that's Murata's artwork, and I assume it's colored by him, possibly. If not colored by him, it's one of his assistants, I guess. But still, like, this is what could be. If someone was able to, like, replicate Murata's artwork really well. I mean, did pretty damn good in season 1, actually, considering, you know, the high level that he's at and how it's difficult for animators to achieve that. But season 1 was pretty good. Season 2, you know, we've talked about it ad nauseum at this point. But I really like the cover page on this one.
Did you guys hear? I don't know if this is old news, but apparently Murata is getting into animating.
No, he's been posting a lot of stuff on Twitter of him, like his baby steps of animating stuff. So I don't know if he's getting into it or if this is just a little hobby that he's doing. But if he does get into animation and then, I don't know, somehow leads the animation team on season 3, wow.
That'd be like a whole another 2-year endeavor, though, right?
5 years. But maybe he's doing like the Thanos thing at the end of Ultron. He's like, fine, I'll do it myself. Like, there's no way you guys can animate season 3. You barely did season 2, and season 3 is going to be like a banger among bangers. So I guess I have to do it myself.
If he did some shit like that, I would put so much respect on his name. He would just be way too cold.
It'd be like if Michael Jordan like went to the NFL and then won the Super Bowl or something.
Yeah.
Baseball, basketball, and then finally.
Dude, you're already the fucking greatest. Just calm down.
Matt Sundown, what you guys think about the cover page?
I thought it was shit.
No, the cover page. It was good, but not gonna lie, I haven't watched season 2 yet, so there's that.
That's fine. You can just binge it. It's almost over.
Might be better that way.
I gotta say,
or you could just not watch it. Like that's an option.
Is the animation really that bad? I haven't seen it.
No.
All right, I'll tell you this. I think the fandom is really putting it down because of the high standard of the manga. And this became more apparent to me than ever when I actually looked up the IMDb ratings of season 2, and they're all super high. Some of them are even higher than season 1 ratings.
Yup. 100%. It's actually been top 5 or something like that for a while on a bunch of different sites.
And I'm seeing, like, IMDb doesn't pull punches. Like, they're super critical about things. And it's also a good sampling pool because you could tell that whoever, or the majority, I'll say, of IMDb is probably not the hardcore people who are shitting on it on Twitter because they're not on IMDb, obviously. They're on Twitter and Reddit and YouTube. So the people that are actually watching it, the intended audience, I'll say, like the majority, I feel like it's well received to them.
I need to try and find it. There was this concept art of Suryu, seeing as he's on the cover page, as a monster. If he'd eaten a monster cell, I'll try and bring it up.
No, I saw it on Reddit. It looked pretty good. It actually looked like what I imagined it would look like. You're talking about the Reddit one, right?
Yes, sir. I'll try
and find it.
Yeah, it
looked great.
Yeah, I mean, it's you guys pretty much said everything. It's just obviously Murata's art is going to be better than just the animator's art because it's Murata. Like he hasn't let us down before. I don't have anything to add. I guess. I mean, it'd be great. I mean, if he did more work for season 2, because I'm fairly sure he was pretty involved with season 1 as well. Because I remember like when there was a bit of a dry spell for Punch Man was when they were making season 1, and he kind of made up for it by showing like little animations he did of Saitama. But yeah, it's good. I mean, it's not on. I think I prefer the older ones that we got recently. So like obviously like Bang in the Suit and stuff like that, just because it's different, but it's still good stuff.
Not going back to One Piece, not trying to derail things, but you know how like Oda has been doing the fan submissions for his cover pages lately? That would be awesome if Murata did that.
Oh, definitely.
Like a lot of potential for like the crazy shit that they come up with, but how Murata would animate it. Or illustrate it, I should say. Or maybe, maybe now animate it.
I kind of love our cover pages, bro. Like that would there'd be no reason to not get fan submissions if he's gonna put the same kind of like creative power into it. Like some motherfucker, like cause with One Piece, it's like fucking I don't know how or why, but it has to be like some 7-year-old boy or like some 9-year-old like twisted goth girl or some shit. Or they're sending requests for penguins to be cooking banana bread for like shit, stupid, crazy shit.
Japanese people.
Yeah, but if it was some like where they got fair enough request King versus blank and blank or some shit like yes nigga yes I'm down with that. But I just don't think that's gonna be the case ever, unless we get in titties. Shit, man.
Like King walking through a mall or something, and you just see like all of the men cowering in fear and all of the women like gushing.
So finally, after a few chapter hiatus, we return back to the disciples, who've gone through quite the endeavor of defeating Devil Longhair. Thoughts?
I think we talked about this in the group chat before. Like we were talking about what we thought was going to happen before the chapter came out, and I was like, I literally don't even care if they get off screen at this point. I was like, it's fine. They didn't get off screen now, but basically, because he was like in 3 pages, he just got waxed by the 3 disciples and it was over. I really thought he was going to put in more work, or at least it was going to be shown more, but that didn't happen. I'm fine with it though, because it's just better monsters out. And is that it for? Well, no, G5 is still there, so no, there's still demons left.
Well, we'll get to that.
I thought it was pretty decent. Like, I think more than anything, because like this chapter, there's like a big focus on teamwork for a lot of it, and I feel like this is a good example of like how they can beat more powerful monsters. Like the executives have been built up, so if there's like a good sense of teamwork, like you've got with these guys, like the 3 top A class heroes used everything they could against Devil Longhair just to beat him, and they're pretty badly wounded. So I imagine that's the only kind of way they're going to go up against the executives, is if like the S class heroes actually have to start working together to beat them. And I feel like this is kind of like the first little hint of like get your stuff together, guys.
Ooh, along with the quote at the end of the chapter, correct?
Yeah, exactly. Like Atomic mentioned it, Child Emperor mentioned it as well. Yeah.
Did any of you guys ever check out History's Strongest Disciple?
I have
Yes.
not. I've heard about fan service,
I've
though.
heard about that too. Yeah, Kenichi. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah, there's this character in there who gets his ass beat by a swordsman, and he gets his hair cut down to basically that. So that's what it reminded me of. He just got like a quick shave on the top, and he also was defeated. But in terms of whether I liked it or not, I thought it was pretty cool how strong Devil Longhair was, even though we didn't get to see pretty much anything of him. I mean, like, just look at the state of what's his face, her face, its face, Okamai Tachi. Like he, she, it, him looks pretty beat up, and yeah, so that's super impressive. Even our boy Hanzo, what's his name? He's
Bushi
pretty. That's the one, Bushidro. He looks. He was saying he's very kind of unsure of how their battles in the future will go, considering that there are going to be other monsters in the Monster Association of that strength level. But yeah, I was impressed by Devil Longhair, but he was kind of given the off-screen treatment.
Well, like in the webcomic, he literally gets the off-screen treatment. We don't even see the fight that we saw in chapter 104. So I think that's cool that we got that, because I like Devil Longhair as a concept. Like, he's like, when we talked about that chapter, I likened him to like Daffy's fruit, the string. It's just like that, and I think that's a really cool ability. I don't like when Daffy awakened his fruit and then all of the bullshit that happened after that, but that brings me back to Devil Longhair, and it's like a more balanced version of that, and I like it. But also, the disciples defeating Devil Longhair is like super impressive. Considering like the level that they're at, it's comparable to like Flashy Flash, because in the comparative scale that we get in that bonus chapter disaster level, the Hero Association says that like 10 A-class heroes are the minimum requirement to go after a demon. Like, that's what they equate it to. They're like, 1 S-class hero is equal to 1 demon, but then 10 A-class are 1 demon. So we got 3 of the top A-class here. And that's pretty impressive that they took them down. I mean, yeah, it was like high diff for sure, but still pretty cool. I'm just a fan of the underdogs winning. Like, if like a character is weak in the story, not, weak compared to the other characters, and they like win in a fight that's not expected and it's done in a cool way, I'm all for it. And that's why I like it, because they're cool characters. I like them.
Yeah, they're especially in One Punch Man, where a lot of the times the underdogs don't win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The first season, everyone was just getting trashed.
Love that. I think I actually had the opposite perspective. I thought it was kind of like it was weird that it took them so much to do that. Now, when we got the initial like presentation of the threat that Devil Longhair was gonna pose, it was pretty goddamn impressive. You know, the hairs that could stab right through the crevices in their armor. They were pretty goddamn fast too and strong, and they're even enough to uproot the ground. But then, what made me think this is the picture that we actually got of like the destruction after the scene when Devil Longhair's on the ground already. There's like 2 or 3 pillars that are cut, but like really the only thing that's like messed up in the area is like exactly where the disciples are, and then the ground underneath them. And I'm like, I think the last time we saw them fighting, that Devil Longhair had already uprooted the ground. So it made me think either like, obviously it was off screen, so we missed some panels, but like, was the fight that much like longer after that point, after what we last saw? Because it doesn't seem like there's that much more destruction there. So I'm like, either the fight was going on while everything else is going on, or we just went back in time. Because I'm not sure if I should say that like these guys have been fighting for a long time. You get what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't read 104 in a while, so I don't remember if like the damage that, because like the rubble on the ground is from when they initially fell, we can assume, but the pillars, they're all hacked up too. I don't know if that happened in that chapter, but I guess we're supposed to assume that this was happening while everything from chapter 104 to 110 has been going on, maybe. Because, I mean, as far as I know, nothing here is denoting that we're going back in time.
Yeah, nothing at all. But
like, sometimes they do that. Like, they've done it in this arc. Like, somebody will do something, and then they'll hear something that happened a few chapters back or something.
Yeah, generally, like, I've noticed this like a rule of manga, whenever it's like flashbacks or go back in time, the panels, like the outside of the panels change from black instead of white, so let's just assume like that whole fight took place at the same time as everything else going down.
Yeah, the other thing is how tired they are. I just feel like this is showing that they had a prolonged fight. They're fatigued now because they're top class fighters. They wouldn't have been fatigued if it was just a short fight. So they've gone through a whole long ass fight, have been fighting this whole time. They're tired as shit now, and that's the end of the fight. No flashback.
agreed, but like, okay, this is the part where like I think me and Zhoniin different. Like, I thought that an A class could possibly deal with a demon. Like, we all know how the disaster skills work. They're meant on purpose in terms of like to make fun of like other series and stuff, how they have bad scaling. Even though One Punch's scaling is actually, ironically, one of the most accurate there possibly is. They're made to encompass inexact power scaling. So we have really, really weak demons, and we have really, really strong demons. Some that you may need 10, maybe even more than 10 A-class heroes to fight. You know, we saw that with Rhino Wrestler as not even a top-class demon, even though he's pretty tough. He was able to take on a bunch of the A-class and some of the B and C class as well. So it can vary depending on the monster. But with these top brass guys, and I hold Eon in a very high regard, I thought that they would be able to deal with this guy a little bit easier than this, where like he wouldn't be as fucked up, or there'd be at least more destruction at least. So I'm like, should I be? Zhoniin says that we should bring up our viewpoint of the trio. Like, we should see them as a little bit stronger than what we did before. But should we see them as weaker because it took so much, or like, is Devil Longhair just a really, really tough demon, as Zhoniin's saying?
I think Devil Longhair is just that strong.
Yeah, I
At
mean,
least in my opinion.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but we could just assume that he's super strong because we've seen other demons among the fodder in this arc. Like, we actually see one in this chapter, and there's no real emphasis put on those guys, like how Devil Longhair was. Like, he even had a chapter where they built him up. Mm-hmm. I mean, it wasn't long, but it's still more so than like this. What's this guy's Devil Executioner? What he got? What Vacuuma got? Who was that? And then that one that didn't even get named, the one that Puri Puri Prisoner blew up in chapter 94. So I think like any demon that has like like a real name and has been established in a prior chapter, we could just assume that they're a cut above the other demons.
Yeah, and the other thing could be that he was just a really bad matchup for the 3 sword-wielding apprentices. I mean, like, he has such a variety of attacks with his hair. He can plunge it into the ground, bring it back up, piercing attacks, kind of deflecting, roundabout attacks coming from behind, all that good stuff. So it might not just be a power level thing. It might just be because it was a bad matchup for more frontal fighters.
There's another thing. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I posted the panel for the people of both of them. I think Bushy Drill's beard got cut off.
Good for him. Everybody haircuts and shit.
Let me see if I still got him here. Yeah, because it looks like he had more hair before. And then I posted a panel of how it is right now. He almost looked cleanly shaved.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about now. I think it might be just maybe inconsistency. Unless Murata's like trying to tell us that he lost his beard in the fight for some reason.
Might be that, yeah. Oh, which looks better, short hair or long hair? Devil long hair.
Long hair.
I'll go with short.
Yeah, long hair.
Yeah, I like the long hair. The short hair, it looks like it's like, I don't know,
That's
unbecoming.
Yeah, that's like the preppy look.
Now the short hair is the one where the barber cuts your hair too short, and he's like, "How does it look?" And you're just like, "Looks good." Man.
Yo, that's the meme. That's a meme right now, bro.
Fuck my shit up, fam.
The top one though, we're on page 2 right now. We're looking at the Devil Long Hair scheme. Murata did a fucking amazing job with that. With the feathers blurred out on the front end, and then the feathers on his backside, like complementing his the little frame that he has around his face. This is fucking great art.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. He just goes out of his way to make sure that his assistants like add that special touch to it. It's just like one of the extra measures that he goes that you don't really typically see from other mangakas. Like they'll just, I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying it's like you don't really see like the blurring effect in a lot of manga. And if you do, it's probably for like a special occasion. But I just feel like if this was made by, I don't know, just any other typical mangaka, they wouldn't even take the time to blur the feathers in the foreground.
Fuck, man. It's like a show, bro. It's dead ass like when reading a chapter is really like watching an episode of fucking greatness. I love this. I love this shit, man. Then we get into the craziness. Murata opens up with one of the most badass looking niggas in the entire series, cutting up a sound effect. An entire sound effect, he cut that bitch. And then he cut through some monsters along the way. Amazing fucking first entrance, as we already know how we get for like the main guys. We had Child Emperor walking down a big ass fucking hallway, taking care of all kinds of monsters along the way and shit. Before meeting Phoenix and G5, we had fucking Flashy Flash zooming through the association. Before fucking meeting the two twins and shit like that. And we've already seen Atomic cutting a bunch of niggas down along the way, but here it is. Before we dive in deep though, we haven't done this yet. So overall thoughts on Atomic Samurai.
Beast. Simple as that.
Grimm, would you like to start? I don't think you've said enough about Atomic Samurai.
Nah. Go ahead.
One of the 3 key elements of the Grimm power scale.
No, but Atomic's amazing, no doubt.
Yeah, he's really cool. He's like, he does have a chip on his shoulder and he is really arrogant, but he does have like the redeeming qualities of him. He's not like a complete, like, mindless douche the way that like a Mind Mask is.
Oh shit. That reminds me of the bet I made with Sundown.
This bet, you say?
There's the bet. So the bet is I believe that Sweet Mass is going to get his ass beat in a one-on-one fight versus the next Dragon Threat. And if he I count this as a loss. If he turns into a monster, that's a loss. If and it has to be a one-on-one fight. That's it. But if he wins, then I take the L, and I had to do a One Piece appreciation video, I believe. And
Yes, sir.
yeah, and Sundown had to do a video praising Phoenix God, and he has to repent for calling him trash.
Is he like Charlemagne the God? He's Phoenix Man the God.
Yes.
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember that. Type in hashtag Flame God if you remember the One Punch Man trivia.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember.
Oh shit!
My favorite thing is on Sundown's channel, his most viewed video is about Phoenix Man.
Is it that one? What?
It's over like
Wait.
1,000 views, right?
For real? Gee, let me check this out. Wow, I don't even know my channel.
It's for that reason, right? So getting into the atomic
Wow.
hype, fucking like I already said, the art looked badass when he was doing his cuts and stuff. One thing I wanted to ask you guys: this demon that showed up, Sword Devil Executioner, I believe his name was. He mentioned that, and this is just the translation that I read. He says, "Luring them here, then cutting them in half with a single swing, as expected of the great swordsman Atomic Samurai." But then when you look at the pictures, on both ends, they're all cut up into pieces. So I'm like, is this because like you just couldn't see him cut that much, or like did Atomic do that with one slice?
It's either just just a miswording of it, or he just literally cannot perceive Atomic Samurai slicing them so many times.
I think it might be a miswording because like Manga Stream translated that as cut down rather than cut in half. So they were kind of cut down.
No, but we're saying, was it with a single swing or more? Does it say that in the manga stream?
Manga Stream, no, it just says
Yeah, because cut down with a single swing.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Also, going back to manga stream, the Devil Executioner's guy is Sword Demon Budagiri.
Yeah.
Booty Geary?
Budagiri.
Yeah, Butagiri. See, I was confused about that because like surely that's got to be like some sort of pun somewhere because we know that Buta means like what, pig?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I ain't know that, bro. So
I don't know,
Booty
man. And it sounds a hell of a lot like Hitokiri, which was if you watched Rurouni Kenshin, Hitokiri
Yes.
meant manslayer.
But Tosai,
Yeah.
we're not allowed to like Kenshin anymore
Wait, why?
because the some dirt came out about the creator,
Oh, wasn't it like he's a child molester or some shit like that, or like?
something like that.
Oh,
God damn it!
Yeah, I know.
did he have a lot of lowly drawings in his in kitchen?
I mean, he is Japanese, so maybe.
So can we agree that he pretty much is like he just can't see his blade? Booty.
Booty gear.
Booty Gary. Yeah, we can keep calling him that, by the way.
All right, Booty Geary. All right, so Booty Geary
Yeah.
couldn't see that thing. All right, bet.
It was too fast. It was funny though, because he kept talking, and Atomic was just like, yo, like, you're done, bruh.
That
He
was
actually, he kind of did better than Rhino Wrestler.
Really? Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
he was Rhino.
I mean-
was a toothpick, right?
He got a whole sentence out, so yeah.
But I'm saying he like clashed with him.
Uh-huh. Yo, I was so confused in my reaction. I wasn't sure if that was actually clashing or if like that was just Atomic. And I think they're clashing, or if like he's just blocking fast.
I don't think it really counts as a clash because Atomic Samurai has cut through his sword, so it's more like he was just cutting through his sword into him rather than clashing against his sword.
No doubt, but I'm saying is that he did more than Rhino Wrestler.
Yeah,
Rhino Wrestler didn't even get a reaction, a chance to do anything. It was just, I'm dead.
That's what makes it so hard, bro. Like, I complain about the shit in One Piece sometimes that we don't get to see people, but in One Punch, it's really just what he gives you, man. Like, if a motherfucker just stands there and gets cut in half, oh, he's durable as fuck, kind of. Like, It's so hard to tell sometimes. That being said, though, let's give our perception, and then let's start with the appearance. Booty Geary, what's up with how he looks?
I thought Burigiri. I thought he looked pretty dope. I mean, he had the. Actually, we do have a Taizai reader here. Here we go. All right, so Grimm, you are very well aware of the failure of a demon, which was the original demon. Yes.
Yeah.
He looks a little bit like him with that kind of black hair streaming on top of his head, and that's about it really. And then the kind of blackened armor. I thought he looked a bit like him. But then the beard going as well, the sharp ass teeth, 8 eyes, the freaking Captain Ginyu horns.
It's like this has to be like a type of like how to fucking explain this. So like, all right, in I guess in like Legends, there's like all different kinds of monsters, and I guess certain types of monsters go by certain names. Like not even a certain like for example the term Eldrazi, right? Eldrazi is like a certain type of creature, like tentacle like at nighttime. Like I think that's what it is. It's some aspect like that where it's like beastly like and different. And I think this is a type of monster like from some type of legend because he looks almost exactly like that. What you mentioned, the Sinner, and the Sinner reminds me of that too. I just don't know how to describe those kinds of monsters. Viewers, if you know what I'm talking about, go ahead and drop it in the comment section as to what type of monsters the Sinner and Booty Geary are. Because that's just like, I love the multiple eye design. That always looks fucking badass. But like, he looks like a short, stubby fucking. I don't know, bro.
I'm actually tired of the multiple eye design because we've seen it a lot, and it's like, what you got all these eyes for? You can't even see your ass getting cut. Just an accessory.
Yeah, it seems like multiple eyes only matter if you're like a dragon. Because Phoenix Man made use of his multiple eyes, and it seemed like it benefited Goketsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely looking with all 4 of his eyes.
Which they don't show in the anime for some reason.
I believe you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's okay. I mean, like the moment I saw him, I knew he was going to be fodder. Like, there's no way this guy is going to be Atomic Samurai's match in there. If it was, I'd be very disappointed in Atomic.
You didn't expect to see the disaster level dragon box under him?
Oh shit! I have to redo my review, guys. Damn. No, but I think it actually has my favorite bit of the whole chapter. Just like after the slice, it's like we are equals instantly.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. That is like
I know one. He's just unrivaled in that department.
Yeah, no, but it was good.
Oh shit, man. So I guess we can fucking add another one of the demons to our whole demon ranking and shit. Before we move on, is Booty Geary top 5, top 10? What do you guys think?
No.
Fodder, maybe.
You gotta see if he's beating Demon Crow.
Nah, Giant Crow got it. I mean, all right.
Well, Deep Sea King's the strongest, which we established. So,
I mean, to give him a feat, quote unquote, he did clash blades with like S-level swordsmen. So like, I mean, I guess.
I mean, he was able to survive the initial massacre.
Yeah, and actually attack back. Yeah. I would put him maybe top 11, 15 within that group. There. Either way.
I mean, I would have to think about all the demons, and right now isn't a good time for me to do that, but probably.
I would say he's one of the strongest fodder, for sure. That's about it.
We can agree on that.
That's a good video.
Strongest fodder.
Right. All the fodder ranked.
And then we had the epicness. As you guys already know, the great Zoe had a theory out for a few months now, speculating on G5's origin and more of his details and stuff. In this chapter, we got a physical encounter with him, more than the Child Emperor encounter, and it was fucking badass. So as you already know, how we always reevaluate niggas whenever they do something great. Lead the way, Zoe. Your whole thoughts on G5.
Okay, nothing has changed. G5 is still Drive Knight, and this chapter just strengthens that. So basically, for anyone who isn't aware, I'll just keep it brief because I've talked about this so much. Drive Knight found the location of the Monster Association. I think he was the very first one to do it, even before Metal Knight. So once he winds up going to the Monster Association, suddenly radio silence. He's gone. And then, out of nowhere, G5 shows up. That's weird. Why is he randomly there? Oh, but he also is intercepting Narinki's private squad. But he doesn't kill them. Why? Why doesn't he kill them? And even when he brings them to Giro, of course, and all the monsters, which are fucking crazy psychopaths, they want to kill them, but he stops them from killing them. Why? So then later on, he sees Tario with Royal Ripper, and the Grey Food Tub is literally about to eat Tario, but he saves him by feeding him a fodder monster. Why? Why is he such an altruistic guy if he's just this mindless, crazy robot whose just sole purpose is to help the Monster Association? But also, we see him, or what we could assume is his main purpose of going to the Monster Association, aside from making this weird alliance with them, is retrieving Metal Knight's head. And if we go back to one of the most infamous sayings in the first season, Drive Knight talks to Genos and says, Metal Knight is your enemy. So, he also looks kind of like the one eye thing that Metal Knight has. They both share that. And we also know that Metal Knight's pretty much literally the only thing that we know about Drive Knight is that he can transform his body. So this is just the coding around Metal Knight. Drive Knight. This is one of the codings around him. And what happened was that when Atomic Samurai is slashing him up here, he's of course cutting his exterior. But then he's like, something hard inside. I didn't cut the core. And then, of course, it blows up. But then, conveniently, we don't see what was inside of him. And then there's like a beam coming through the smoke. And then he air slashes it. Or no, he deflects it. And then he shoots an air slash. But then the smoke is gone. So I'm not going to say that there's not a possibility that it's not Drive Knight. Of course, there is the possibility that he's not. And this is just what we saw with G4. Because, G4 had the same thing. He had a big exterior to him. But then when Genos broke it, there was like the little dude inside of him. And G5 and G4 are from the organization, so it's very likely that they have the same kind of dynamic going on. But isn't it just weird that they're not showing it? Because if it was just like a mini G5 in there, why are they like shying away from it? So what I assume is going on here is that Drive Knight originally went down there to get the data for Metal Knight. Mission accomplished, he got it. But he's like, well, you know what? Since I'm down here, let me just get some data on these S-Class heroes just in case I have to use it against them. But the reason why he's not revealing himself is because he doesn't want the S-Class heroes to know that he is down there. This is like a covert mission. And it's making me think that his sole allegiance is to the organization, but he is still a hero. Because like I said, he's been super altruistic. He's saved multiple people at this point. So I think he just went down there to get some info and then just peace out.
Okay. You heard it here first. That's what's going to happen.
Maybe.
No, deadass. Like, I don't like theories, Brian. That made all the fucking possible sense. Yeah. I didn't even think that he saved all those people. He really did save all those people. And then the core thing, that's exactly what I think the core is happening with the core. That it's like, all right, this is the only part that I can speculate on. Flashy slash, fucking giant fist strike, whatever it is. Niggas say their names when it's a major attack, signature attack. Even Saitama himself. It's not a routine thing. In One Punch Man, you can find occasions where they don't do it, but they tell you. This looks exactly like he even did the stance for that shit on Atomic Slash. It looks super characteristic of that shit. He didn't say it. So, looking at it from an atomic standpoint, this is either something that Atomic Samurai can just try harder to cut, and he'll cut it. Like he told Yain in a flashback. Oh, what happens when I can't do something? Try harder. What happened when he was walking with the rhino thing? Cut it. Put more force in to cut more. That's what he thought. That's what he do. That's what he does. That's his technique. That's how his way of getting through these issues, and philosophically as well. That's also how he's pushed Yain to this level of training. He could, realistically, for the next attack, cut that. I could see that happening. At the same time, this is something that he did not cut with his first attack. That's never happened before. I used to boast that there's nothing Atomic can't cut. That's what it seemed like the characteristic of the character was. We found that now. I could only accept if it was something extremely high level, like not even Dragon, like high-ass Dragon, to where he couldn't cut it. Because everything he's been able to get through, almost everything. And like he said, he'll just try harder if he can. So it has to be Drive Knight. So the core, his smaller form, him changing and shit. Because whenever we see him running or doing something, his body is, I think the biggest we've seen him is in like the horse form. Besides that, he had his humanoid form with the box next to him. I'm not under the assumption that he can't make that box disappear or integrate that into his entire body, or even morph into a smaller form. For those of you guys that know about physics and stuff like that, you can't like destroy matter. Like everything that exists will always exist. There's no way to destroy it. You can only change it to a different form. So assuming that that's to a certain extent true here, this nigga just made himself smaller, and that's compression, which is possible. So like, this really could be Drive Knight. That him not getting cut almost confirms this nigga's theory that it could be Drive Knight. But it just makes me think, like, what purpose does he have in not standing up to Atomic? Like, is he just trying to get away from him? Does he have to like put up a facade? Like, why? I know you're not bad, as Zhoniin pointed out. So what's one reason not to kill Atomic? He's a hero.
You're saying he doesn't want them to know that he's down there. What he's doing is solely for the organization, and it's not for the Hero Association.
But why not hide from Atomic? Is it because you have?
Because I'm saying that he's just trying to get data on him, just so he has it, in case the organization has some kind of motive to go against the Hero Association eventually, or he's just having just a countermeasure. Like, okay, now I have data on Atomic Samurai and Child Emperor. I don't have to worry about them anymore.
But how do we know he's from the organization?
Because he says that he is.
He said that?
G5, the very first thing that he says is he's from the organization.
No, I'm talking about Drive.
No, Drive Knight has never said it, but the thing that we're supposed to believe here is that he's a double agent.
We can assume he's from the organization because of his design. He has the same like eye design that G4 and G5 do as well.
That too. The Cyclops robot eye thing.
Yeah.
Dead Ringer.
And man, like you said, the stock for the theory has only gone up with this chapter. We can still speculate and shit, just like you said, because that's getting more interesting now.
I'll tell you right now, when I first saw him do the Atomic Slash and I didn't go to the next page, I got worried. I was like, oh my god, are you kidding me? Is this how it's going to end? And then the next page, I was like, oh, okay, no, he's definitely Drive Knight now.
And then the laser beam, too, that was like, I was thinking to myself, I didn't say it because I was like, maybe nobody's really like thinking about this, but like, since when can this nigga shoot lasers, bro?
Exactly.
That's strong as fuck, bro. You shooting lasers too, dog? Like, that's what's up, yeah. So, all right.
And he's fast.
Yeah, he was, hold on, bro. Stop. You out here trying to skip this shit. We ain't get there yet.
No, I'm saying like him shooting the laser and then essentially disappearing after that.
Yeah, and the smoke and shit. Hell yeah.
I don't know if this chapter, at least for me, I don't know if this confirmed that this was Drive Knight or it denied it. I was always, if it is him, that's cool. But just for me, I think Drive Knight is probably the most least interesting S-class hero for me. Like, even Pig God, I'm just like, hey, at least I get to see him eat some niggas. But Drive Knight is a diet Genos to me. I mean, he's fine, but like, I don't know. I don't think I would be too interested in that subplot if that were to be a thing. And like, I hear what Shonen is saying for the reasons why he may be doing what he's doing, but I don't know. It just seems weird that he would fight Atomic because he came in there and he was talking shit. He was like, "Yo, give me that net," Like that's kind of weird.
Well, no,
This
I
is
mean, like
weird.
that goes back to him not wanting them to know that he is Drive Knight. But also, he's collecting the data for two reasons. So, of course, so he has the data on them and he doesn't have to worry about them. But also, it's going to strengthen the organization's, I don't know, algorithm, you can say. Because that's what G4 wanted. That's why he went after King, because he wanted to collect data on him to strengthen the organization. And that's what he's doing here. The more data he gets is like, I don't know, like getting energy from someone and like strengthening yourself that way, but more like in a technological and intelligence stance.
I was gonna ask, should we just chalk it up to the whole villain thing as to why he keeps mentioning that he's like implying about data? Because I guess not. Because in this situation here, he's really just like telling him like why he has the advantage. While in the previous situation, I think he was talking to himself when he was over when he was over the drone's body, right? When they had the drone body of Metal Knight, didn't we first see G5 around it before we saw Child Emperor around it?
No, I don't think so. The only time we saw him with it was like he was holding the head. After Child Emperor sees the body, then he shows up.
All right. Well, then let me ask you this, Satsuki, because like just like the fucking the black fucking cyborg type shit, lightsaber type shit out here, transforming into different shit.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the appearance not the issue, or is it just like the fact that we don't have any information on there? Is Tank Top Master more interesting to you than Drive Knight?
Why? Okay, why don't I like? It's. I mean, just for me, I believe that Drive Knight is probably somebody who we got the least from, other than like Pig God. And like I said, with Pig God, I'm actually interested to see how he fight. With Drive Knight, we've seen so many mechs, we've seen so many robots that I feel like I'm pretty much going to see the same thing. It's going to get redundant from Drive Knight. So that's just me personally. I don't think the subplot would be that interesting if it turns out to be Drive Knight. And I think it's more likely than not, because Shonen brought up good points and how we don't see the core, and it just seems like there's something off with G5. And so I think it's very likely that he's Drive Knight. It's just that even if he is, I'm going to be like, all right, cool.
That is fair. That's fair. All right.
Yeah, so G5, I thought he was impressive. The part where he's copying Atomic Samurai's attacks and he's just kind of upping the speed kind of incrementally. I thought that was really cool. Obviously didn't expect him to keep up with Atomic Samurai, and then he gets body bagged. But in terms of the whole G5 in relation to Drive Knight, I want to see it turn out that way. I want to see him actually be Drive Knight, because that one of the first things we all thought when we saw him was, yo, this dude looks pretty much like Drive Knight. And I'm hoping there's a deeper storyline behind it, something along the lines of what he tells Genos when in season 1, which is Metal Knight is your enemy. So I'm hoping it's going to be something like he has this huge dislike, this hatred towards Metal Knight, so he joined the same organization as him to try and gain intel, and then he gained intel on the heroes around him because he's going to go ahead and attack them eventually, or some shit like that. So he's got this huge, he's essentially the leader of this organization, I hope. And the reason why he fought Atomic and all these guys was so that he could do what he did this chapter, which was copy their attacks and then reuse them in machines that he designs, mechas that he designs. And I think he was just basically trying to tell Jeff to come join his side, or maybe he's trying to say like sow the seeds of discord among the heroes, so that when it does become time for him to kick some ass against them,
or he's trying to Palpatine Genos.
Yeah. So like, and I think the reason might be that maybe Metal Knight has actually done some really shady shit, and the Hero Association is covering up for him, and then it would give kind of Drive Knight an actual valid reason for wanting to kill him. So maybe he's not evil; he just has something against Metal Knight because he actually did something, and he's gonna exact revenge no matter what the Hero Association do.
before you go, Matt, I just want to drop an exclusive on this podcast. I'm going to put it in a video that I'm going to coming out with all of this stuff, but I'm going to drop it here first. So
hold on, world premiere, world premiere.
Yeah, exactly. That's what should be playing right now. So the organization. I'm not going to go any further than this, but so G5, G4. So I'm thinking that Drive Knight himself is G1. And that the other two robots that we saw in the beginning of the series that encountered Hammerhead, they're G2 and G3. And then we saw G4, and then this is G5.
I thought you were going to say he's G6.
No. This goes, like, there is, like, the big thing that Drive Knight possibly is the leader of the organization.
Yeah.
So he would like be the Dracula of it all.
Yeah, I like that. Because I just feel like the deeper storyline would be awesome. He has beef with Metal Knight because Metal Knight did some shady shit. Hero Association is covering up for him. He doesn't like that. So he's gaining intel on them so he can attack them easier and take out Metal Knight. GG.
There is 0% truth in what I'm about to say. Basically in nothing.
So you're just lying.
yeah. This is just straight false headcanon. But like what my like thoughts on Metal Knight was gonna be, because this is one of the more protected characters. I don't know if in the webcomic they have any touch to him, but like niggas don't tell me shit about like Metal Knight or hype him up too much. Like Zhoniin does it sometimes. He's like, this man is top 4, like trusting him, believing him.
Top 3.
Yeah, top 3. That's what he says. Yeah, when I see it, I'll see it. But I thought that his max potential is gonna be like stopping celestial threats type shit, where like he's got weapons in orbit and he can like stop some fucking alien invasion if it comes down to it. That's what I thought that character was gonna be like at the end. The whole Boros situation kind of like squashes on that, but it also helps it out too, because now he's literally encountered what an alien invasion would be like, what kind of threat it could cause with the limited knowledge that he got or saw, quote unquote. So maybe he's like more equipped for that currently. That's what my final thoughts on like Metal Knight would be. And like because the organization hasn't like established that strong of a foothold in terms of a threat, possibly what Genos is after, right? Possibly driving like G4 or G5. But like besides that, it hasn't been a dragon yet. It hasn't been like a threat that destroys a city. It hasn't been a threat that requires multiple S-class heroes. So I am not scared of the organization as I should be, quote unquote. So I'm like, maybe Metal Knight's just too strong for the niggas, and like they just trying to find a way to kill him or something like that. But I don't know, bro. If G5 is Drive Knight, then I'm talking hella shit until Drive Knight shows some power. He got bodied by Atomic, bro. Atomic's in the...
Yeah, but we could chalk this up to a nerfed Drive Knight.
Agreed. Or one who had literal intentions not to hurt, like you said. Yeah.
Well, not to kill. I don't know. I think he's maybe trying to hurt him.
Right,
he just heard him talking shit one time. He was like, all right, let me get one shot in. Fuck.
Yeah, remember that hero meeting last year at the Christmas party when you said I look gay? I didn't like that. You said I had emo hair. I didn't like that.
G5, I really like. And there's been a lot of good, and like Sony's Sphere is damn good. Like it makes a lot of sense. The only kind of thing I'd say that kind of goes against it, I think for me, is the designs of it. So for example, like G4, the robot who was designed to fight King, had a very regal and raw design. I felt and like his purpose was to fight King. So I feel like G5 was like made specifically to fight Atomic Samurai because he's got very samurai-esque design as well. And it's not that like I can't see Drive Knight doing that, like being G5, because if he shows up as G5, I'm not going to be surprised. But I feel like his design is more like just from what we've seen of him, and I guess what I want to say is like maybe in also to your idea, Zhoniin, about the organization robots being G1 and G2, I could believe that with one of them, like the more muscular one. but it's just because the design's a bit too different for the other one. Just because he doesn't have the same kind of style for it. And maybe, like, this is just me speculating, and I'm going on to Drive Night stuff now. But if I don't know if any of you guys have ever played Mega Man at all, but, like, his kind of thing there is any kind of robot he defeats, like, he takes their abilities.
Yeah.
So maybe this is kind of what Drive Knight's ability is going to be, and maybe that's what his designs are based on. So if G4 and G5 defeat, or, like, obviously taking the abilities of Atomic Samurai and King or whoever they're fighting, that's what he can then do. Maybe he, like you guys have said, maybe he's the original robot for the... Maybe he's the original robot for the organization, but that kind of feels too similar to me at the same time to Zombie Man's story, the House of Evolution. But anyway, G5. Yeah, G5 is really good. I love his design, and it wasn't a question of him being able to beat Atomic. It was just cool to see him actually do stuff, though. Yeah.
Bro, this man stepped up for real, bro. Like, he even got a compliment from Atomic himself, talking about his speed and shit. Is this the strongest demon?
Probably.
I don't know if it's the strongest, but he's definitely a high demon. I think only a high demon can compete with Atomic Samurai like this.
He's not competing with Giant Crow. I'm just saying that right now.
Wow.
And who else was up there? 100 Eyes Octopus. He went pretty far.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also the hype that the Child Emperor put on him when he like literally ran away from him. He was I can't deal with this guy. He's just too powerful, and I don't want to waste time on him. And also, he broke out of that canceling thing that Child Emperor did, which is supposed to shut down robots, but he's like, nah, doesn't work on me.
He does have a lot of feats, actually. Yeah, shit, man. Because he was sitting there going with Atomic, increasing his speed and not getting cut whatsoever for a while. And then, like I mentioned before, I don't know if this was the Atomic Slash, but it sure fucking looked like it. He went into that to fucking finish him off and shit. Took his stance and everything. So, G5's pretty fucking strong, man.
Yeah, I think he would probably like fuck up Tank Top Master.
You know what? I'll give you that. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. This was actually a pretty enjoyable. I really didn't think we'd see anything from G5. He ever since he got into the Monster Association, all he's been doing is like walking around. Like that's all he's been doing the entire time. I mean, he's probably like drawn his turn like once or twice, but beyond that, it's like he hasn't done anything. After finally coming through and facing off against Atomic, all those sword slashes, I loved each one. Like I'm a big weeb, you know. Like you draw a katana, that guy is probably like the coolest guy in this story for me. But right before his untimely demise, or lack thereof, everything was going pretty sweet. Murata again, as usual, just kind of does it up on the page. But of course, the Atomic Slash had to come through. I don't know.
Sorry to interrupt, but is it worth bringing up that that G5 was actually using both his katana and his shorter sword? What's it called? The wakizashi?
Yeah.
So he's using both his long sword and his short sword, or
I think he has two longs.
Yeah. But
I don't think he's trying to commit seppuku.
But yeah, so he was using both a right-handed blade and a left-handed blade against Atomic, and Atomic was deflecting everything with just his one. So if you want more Atomic hype, you've got a bit of that too.
Bro, like, all right, like, fuck. All right, once again, guys, don't pay too much attention to what I'm about to say next. You just forget it. But like, it's disrespectful as fuck. When I read this shit, like, as much as I was fucking amazed and it was fucking amazing drawing and badass, I felt incredibly disrespected. You telling me the number 4 strongest nigga, possibly the strongest swordsman, the atomic cutting ass nigga, is out here getting matched by a robot? A demon at that? What?
Well, I mean, he has the number 4 rank. in the S class, but I don't know about fourth strongest.
Oh, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Third, possibly third strongest nigga in the entire.
That's what I was getting.
Grimm.
I had to say
Get out of
he
here,
was,
Grimm.
third
and,
strongest.
and G5 is out here walking up? No, bro. When he put his hand up, bro, not one nigga, two niggas came up from behind him like, "Oh, you ain't cut me down, nigga. What's up, bro? Bro, what are you doing, bro?"
I can't lie, that was gangster though. That was gangster. He said, "Who next, man? Raise your hand." G5 said, "Hey, you missed the spot. I'm right here."
Oh shit, man. Well, that's did a good job with this chapter, bro. I fucked with the humor, slide-ins and shit, with the badassery, the art. This shit was fit.
That's what I'm saying. One is so amazing, integrating the humor and not corny at all. That he's done it so well that he's actually fooled a lot of casuals into believing that One Punch Man is just a straight up gag manga because he's so good at comedy.
Oh man, this shit's so fucking good, bro. And in the panel where he's actually like completing the quote unquote atomic cut. I'm not sure if it is that, like you said before.
Wait, it's the atomic cut and not the slash. That's like the downgraded version of it.
Yeah.
Atomic cut.
Hey, hashtag atomic cut in the comments. But that one looks badass too, though. He's in his like forward stance and shit after finishing it. It looks fucking badass. I think the best one I've seen though is when he cut up Haragiri. That one was fucking badass, bro. And yeah. But this is like right up there. G5, especially because it's G5. I will say though, like he's from behind, no homo, like no homo from behind. G5 look kind of big though. Kind of plus size. I don't know if I hate it.
Like, he's huge. He's like a One Piece character.
Bro, I don't think even No Homo covers that shit.
Honestly, yeah, like, yo, bro, like, listen, you look at the backside of, like, a robot, like, you got something wrong with you.
How
You
in
got,
the
like-
world could that be gay? It's not a dude.
He's totally dude.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yo, you gonna tell me that that's a girl? She's gonna go, like, Hawaiian stuff and everything? She's gonna start blushing near, like, the optical sensor? Get out of here, bro. Tell me that's a...
G5 wider at the shoulders and at the waist, and we got Grimm out here getting a little bit excited.
So next we got what it seemed like a laser attack. Maybe it was just a projectile that was so fast that it seemed like a laser. But Atomic was able to cut that, and he also sent out an air slash. Something that we previously thought only Okamatachi had. Thoughts on that? Was any of that impressive? Surprised you? What's going on?
No, that surprised me.
I think this is just letting us know that he taught Okama. But go ahead, Satsuki.
No, I was just going to say, if he didn't have a long range attack, that would be pretty trash.
Yeah.
I think what was most impressive is the air blade literally cut the cloud in half,
Bro.
like a straight cut. That's not how smoke works. That's not how dust works.
He was vaping.
What
He just ripped a huge vape cloud.
That's what the hilt of the blade is, actually just a vape.
Crazy.
Oh shit, bro. No, I was gonna save that for later on, Matt. But bro, this nigga fought
Clean cut for sure.
bro, like
No,
no, bro,
laser
no,
blast?
not a clean cut, bro. The movement lines behind the cloud are in the nigga. He cut a cloud, man.
Now he cut it like a piece of cake.
Like what?
Clean cut. What do you want me to do? The silver lining, I guess. You know they say about clouds and silver linings and shit. I never get that right.
I'm just saying, bro. This nigga Murata's out here sprinkling feats and shit, and I'm impressed.
I mean, Zoro once dodged a laser, so I don't know. But I will say the laser. I would say like the laser deflection was actually pretty cool. I didn't expect him to do that. I actually thought he was gonna cut it too, but I was like, okay, I guess not. I guess you're not that good.
He didn't even like fully take his sword out of his sheath to defend the laser. It looks pretty cool.
Shit and then do the air slash. He poured the Fujitora. That's what he did. That's what Fujitora does.
Oh yeah, that's what he's all about.
Straight up. The last thing on the G5 topic, on page 20, I believe, In the manga dex translation, Atomic Samurai says this: Tisk, they got away. I'll leave the escapees. I'll leave the escapees to the surface team. They're pretty capable. What?
Yeah, this is what I was saying earlier when we first started talking about Atomic Samurai, how I said like he has redeemable qualities, and this is one of them. Like he's not like just a complete unredeemable douche the way that the My Mask is.
No,
like he will give props to others.
But that's not what I mean.
Him assuming that they could take care of whatever is coming after. Yeah, that's a little bizarre. Considering that his atomic slash couldn't cut it.
All of them together could not beat G5. I don't believe that.
No, hell no. They don't get decapitated.
That's your slander on Sweet Mask's name. I know I didn't hear it like a slander on Sweet Mask's name. I won't stand for it.
All I said was the truth. I like a My Mask, but he is objectively a douchebag.
Piece of shit.
I mean, okay, we say that, but at the same time, this is Atomic Samurai saying, "Oh yeah, I'll leave the escapees to the guys upstairs." But I believe in season 1, the first couple of chapters of One Punch Man, he looked at Saitama, who was a C class, and was all like, "Nah, I don't
Saitama
shake
looks
hands."
buns, bro. You cannot walk down the street, see Saitama, and be like, "Oh, he's strong as hell." You gotta, you could feel.
No, it's the reverse of King. Like when people see King, they see strength, but when they see Saitama, they just see a clown.
Yeah.
And I get that, but let's be honest now. Atomic should have skill well beyond a lot of the individuals that are on the surface, if not all of them. But it's they're all much lower classes than you. How are you giving them respect, but you don't give some random that you just met no respect at all? I mean, at least to me, it didn't seem as though he'd recognize any of them as noteworthy individuals.
Shut your ass up, bro.
Hey, man. Hey. I'm just saying. It's all what's going on.
Social Saitama warrior.
Trying to defend Saitama. Shut your ass up, bro. You don't need to defend him.
I'm not defending him. I'm defending him. I'm just pointing it out. It's all listen, you're gonna talk shit to a C class, but then all these random C class, B class, A class, and now you're gonna be yeah, they aight. Yeah, they aight. All right, get out of here. Talking out of pocket.
I just think it's one of those cases where he doesn't even realize how strong he is himself. So it's one of those things oh yeah, you could do it too. It's no, I can't, nigga. You're just way more talented than me. You just don't realize it. His advice is so simple. It's if you can't cut somebody, try harder, go faster. That's his philosophy. So I think that's why he was yeah, I'll just leave it to the surface team.
No, it's because he knows that Captain Mizuki is chilling upstairs with the boys. And he knows that her thighs are going to squash the watermelon that pops out of G5.
Yup.
Oh, that's why he couldn't pop. He couldn't cut it.
I almost forgot you're still upstairs. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
them guys will crush steel. We'll crush steel.
G5 will probably go find it and be like, I need to do some research with
you. I'm researching the tension strength of flesh. Would you mind?
Oh shit. Alright, and then we got to a hated portion of the chapter. We got a little bit...
Waganuma? Oh,
please leave this, Satsuki.
I hate him. He can... I want him to die. I don't think Murata is going to do it. I don't think one or Murata is going to do it because he's a kid. He's a kid. The kids can learn. He still has plenty of time to learn from his mistakes, and hopefully he does. Hopefully he changes, but I don't want to wait for that.
Listen, I feel you, Satsuki. He's got chapped lips like his dad. He he's inheriting just all the ugly and all the nasty. If we could have gotten rid of something that would become a monster in the future. Let's not. Why? Child Emperor got got the hands on him and everything. That was nice to watch, but it's all damn, Wagner sure got his ass beat to death. At least in my eyes.
This is why we need the psychopath system. We gotta get rid of these blights on the community before they even get a chance to get like Wagama.
He said blight. Like, you haven't heard that word in a minute. Goddamn. That kid's that much shit.
I think this is more like a strength of like just with Wagama. Like this is one of Murata. Like because they can make likable heroes and they can make likable villains, but if they want to make someone unlikable, they can really do it. Like the last time I didn't like this one in One Punch Man was at the end of Deep Sea King, got the guy who's like who just ignores all the class heroes
with the bald patch. With the bald patch.
Shut up, bro! Stop talking shit. Shut up! I was so bad, bro.
Exactly. And
Yo,
even like with the villains, like you can dislike them for doing bad things, but you can at least find something to like about them in their design. You can't like anything about that with Wagama. Like he doesn't have a good design. He's got no good personality. So like they know how to write a villain when they want to, like a proper villain. Like Wagama is just a dislikable character, and this will just make his comeuppance all the sweeter. And I think I might be looking forward to Tario versus Wagama, maybe more than Saitama versus Garo.
Yo, Tario finna clap that nigga, bro.
I hope so.
Honestly.
Hey, we got some feats for.
He's got the greatest feat in the series.
How strong is Terrio? Video coming soon. Not from me, from Matt.
Oh, absolutely. Look, let's finish talking about Wagama. We'll get on to Tario.
So before we head out, just like you said on that part, it's easy to see it in that viewpoint, but as Matt pointed out, a lot of these characters are multidimensional on purpose, or they're portrayed in a certain way to draw your attention towards that on purpose. So let me ask you guys this. Is there a weight behind Wagama's doubt of being protected by those who are not S-Class?
I think under here, definitely. I mean, if he was on the surface, okay, that's different. But down here, where we've literally seen monsters like yeah, he's justified in thinking like that. I mean, I like it.
The context that he's going off of is Phoenix Man, and I guess he's like, yeah, there's no way A-class heroes can deal with that.
Yeah.
But don't you think it's really, really, really good timing that whatever was inside G5 Drive Knight is probably going to go to the surface around the same time as Waganma?
Yeah, that's why I think I mentioned in my review too that like that's why I'm feeling this is weird for Atomic to be okay with that, because let's say not only do we have G5, where the fuck is Rover going? If Rover pops up on the surface, bro,
no clue.
Is done.
I mean, he shook. So I'm not sure if he's actually gonna pose a threat personally. I mean, like, you know, when you get beat like that hard, where you get like laid out and you wake up, and like the same dude that like laid you out was like looking down on you, like ready to like beat you again. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Rover was about that shit, bro.
For 5 seconds when we got put to sleep.
He got walked. I was like, "What you talking about? Who we for the fat? Oh, that nigga? Nah,
it's over." Did someone bring this up last podcast? That he was basically like the Hulk, like he got the fight taken out of him. It's done. He's not fighting again,
bro. Like, have you ever listen? I don't know if you've seen this, right? But like, have you ever seen an animal get hit like once by their master? Like, it's kind of awkward to watch, and like you just like don't want to be there. It's all like, yo, like Rover got sunned or like dogged at this point. Like, I don't see him being that much of a threat to like any human at this point. Like, the next time he sees like a walking person, he'll probably like crap himself and like.
Y'all are tripping. Look. I understand what you're saying. I'll even to a certain extent. I'll yield to agree that Rover might not get a principal fight again. He may be involved in one, but he may not be the principal fighter. This man, whenever Goro and Showerhead's boys and them were fighting and shit, he got hit, and then he just went back. Excuse me. He was woken up and then he just went back. So it's not like this guy's just crazily vicious to whatever or whoever shows up. He has some sort of like nature to him. So what if he got beat one time? It doesn't mean he won't fucking kill the next demon that comes up when he's hungry.
True, but like you also have to realize this is the first time I think we've ever seen like Saitama hit a monster and it not blow up and die. Like,
I mean,
die. Like,
not the first time.
who's
Yeah,
It's one of the rare times for sure.
Oh yeah. Y'all talk about the seaweed. Honestly, he might as well be dead. He might as well be dead. That little seaweed.
No, it's just we know for a fact that he was holding back against Rover, so we know it's a feat for him. We agree with you 100%. Rover got punched and ate it like a sandwich.
I don't know if he ate it like a sandwich. I think Saitama didn't see him as an ant, like as a monster, but more as like a dog. So like, this is a dog. Put it down.
Yeah, I think it was implied that he probably was holding back a little bit. It definitely wasn't the punch that he gave to Orochi.
But that's still like, what is infinity divided by 2?
Half of infinity.
Nigga, that's a lot. Yeah.
How's that a lot?
It's okay if Saitama was holding back because it's a dog. He still did that thing to Rover, and it fucked up more than like
Grimm,
anything we've seen.
He didn't eat it like a sandwich. What sandwich knocked you the hell out?
Exactly. What sandwich caused like a shockwave and like shakes up the entire and
Bill
the
Cosby sandwich.
Crazy. Too soon.
Too late.
All right. But all right. So I guess our speculation we could end that there on whether G5 and Rover pose an actual threat to the service team. We'll see. You heard it here first, though. I brought it up. If G5 and Rover fucking show up and shit, then hey, I already know.
Oh, and then he like rides Rover, and they just leave off into the sunset.
Crazy.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be the spin-off manga.
Yeah.
My other thoughts about the confrontation was Genos. The last time we saw him, he was washing dishes. This is a really good chance to integrate him into the story. We have that storyline with the robots. As Zhoniin pointed out, he is from the organization, and they may have direct ties with Genos' backstory. So if we were to see a dragon level Genos come and fight G5 and win, just like he did with G4, I'd be super down with that. Super fucking down with that shit. If he wasn't dragon level.
Okay, I just want to acknowledge that Genos is doing dishes while all this is going down. Like, it's just funny to me that, like, I mean, just get you a hero that could do both. Like, you fighting crime and doing house chores and shit like that.
But he has like an apron on. What is the apron protecting?
I mean, like, listen, sophisticated technology needs some kind of protection against water damage. Okay, you can't just go out of nowhere. You can't come out of nowhere, right? Put your hard drive or your processor right next to the sink while you're doing a crap ton of dishes. You obviously need to cover it. So the apron obviously does have some use. In this case.
Genos is confirmed weak to water. That's it.
Maybe he just thinks.
Oh, Genos versus evil natural water.
That's it. That's his kryptonite.
Yep. It's said and done. Genos taking another L.
Now finally, what we've been waiting for. What y'all niggas came here for. Motherfucking Atomic Samurai versus motherfucking Black Sperm. Bro, I'm not even... Matter of fact, y'all go. Just go. Well, all your thoughts, everything, just put it out there. Go ahead. Lead the way.
Sperm.
You know how many comments... like, just like from the premiere stuff. Because I read the comments all the time. You know how many comments had to be deleted when everybody was talking about Black Sperm? That's how I just know he's strong. Like, I'm not even going to front. Like, that's how I know he's strong. Because people have just been hyping him up to all hell. So...
I mean, even the manga has been hyping him up.
Mm-hmm. Like, when Orochi first had his appearance, Black Sperm was the only one who challenged it. Everyone else kept silent. He was the only one who was like, I don't want to work for you.
Honestly, I don't want to read too much into it, but that was kind of a bitch move by Orochi.
Yeah. Bro, I reread that. Like, Black Sperm saying that, or Giro saying what she did, that, y'all could fight him later on, was strictly because Black Sperm said that. He forced her to say that. And Orochi sitting there like, all right. Shit. Like, he kind of bits them niggas. He really...
he did.
Hey.
Also, I love Black Sperm's anime voice. It's so fitting.
Yeah. I think I saw a picture of the guy who's doing it. But he's got a pretty deep voice. That always surprises me. Like, no offense to any native Asians out there. We know our friend Sundown here.
Sundown.
What you just say about me?
Crazy.
But them
I
niggas
think you
don't.
said you guys have bitch voices.
No, it's the opposite. Like they have bitch bodies, but their voices.
Oh, that makes it better.
Yeah. Bro,
No, I'm saying you guys have bitch bodies. It's okay.
How does that make it any better?
Look, guys, you just look like bitches. You don't sound like that. It's okay.
Wow. Wow.
That's not me. That's
I
not
never
me.
said an Asian man wouldn't beat my ass. That I never said that. I'm just saying.
Hey, look, all the Asians out there, I love all you guys.
Yeah, you know, I
Wow.
respect all people of all shapes and sizes, but it seems as though Grimm here thinks that a certain group of people don't look too up to snuff when it comes to fisticuffs. Hashtag.
I'm just saying. The voice actor for Black Sperm looks like fucking even you could body him. But leave it at that.
Bro, I can body anyone, so there's that.
You got it.
I'm
Talk
not sure if
about
you
it.
didn't know that.
Impressive.
Backhanded
That's really
compliment.
impressive.
The amount of freaking the amount of sperms in this Discord chat, by the way, like, dude,
Well,
there's
well,
so
listen.
The sperm gang came through, bro. There's like I think there's 8 people who changed their name to something sperm. There's Immortal Sperm, Orochi Sperm,
confused sperm. How do you have a confused sperm? I mean, like,
It doesn't know where to go.
Yeah, it's
Sweat.
like, are this fallopian tubes or is this like the rectal
I
tract?
think
don't
I'm
know.
lost, guys.
We
Zarsha
got
changed his name to
chubs
Come
now.
Soaked Dragon.
and you're atomic sperm, so like,
It's the sperm
Maybe I should go
gang,
to like
bro.
blood-soaked sperm instead.
whoa, damn. Okay, don't do that.
All right, so we move on from Tario or from Waganma's escape to Tario's
Impressive feat.
This nigga out here running 40,
Tario's-
bro, just escaping.
This dude Tario dipping. He like just hit the moochie. It's all like, nah, fam, that ain't right. That don't look right.
Bro, this man is like, and he's sitting there hopping up and shit, like, thump, thump, thump. I was not expecting this, like, demeanor or dialogue from Black Sperm whatsoever. And then, like, the art style and the painting where we get his disaster level and shit. And this is like, how do I put this? When we see Boros, stereotypical, this motherfucker has to be godly, right? When we see Orochi come out with this shit, God damn, bruh. This nigga's dragon upon dragon upon dragon. Black Sperm, though? Like, there's no way that you can read 109 chapters of One Punch Man and not know that this character is going to be godly. Like, he has to be, quote unquote, possibly, like, above dragon. For the amount of hype that niggas are telling me, bro. And for this nigga to be talking shit to Orochi like that confidently, and now he's drawn like this.
So let me just say one thing. He's also just a really great character. That's why so many people like him.
I like the design, very simply drawn. Like anyone could draw a Black Sperm, and they'd be pretty much on the like on the nose. It's that easy. It's that easy.
He definitely needs a Teletubby name. I mean, like,
Yes. Oh my God. I just put the
Jack.
I just put it
are we
together,
going? Are we going for Jack? Jack sounds a little too
Which color is that?
simple.
Caucasian.
I think it's worth noting that Black Sperm is actually a white dude in a Black Sperm jumpsuit.
Is that correct, or is that a mask?
I think it's a face because it seems to change according to his emotions. I mean, like,
Oh.
I don't want to go and say he's an Asian dude in a Black Sperm jumpsuit.
Bro. Damn that. But yeah, let's get into the usual whole thoughts on Black Sperm. Satsuki.
He raw. Kamikaze tried to sneak him, and that shit didn't work. I like that. He just like that's the weird thing. He can't catch up with Tario, but he can mid-air dodge Atomic. But hey, I
Because
guess
Torio's secretly black.
I mean
Crazy.
I can't refute
Crazy.
that right now.
Oh, it's a
so.
Shazam thing.
Like an All Might Escanor thing.
Oh, okay. Wow, he's taking it to the next level.
Hmm.
But yeah, pretty much what Grimm said. I believe that he's going to be like one of the strongest monsters that we've seen, just from all the hype from the community that he's been getting. He has to be. If he's not, then I'm gonna be disappointed. I think it's going to be a hard match for Atomic. I think he might need help. I don't know from who though, if it comes to that.
Whoa, tighten the fuck up.
Crazy.
I'm telling you.
Tighten the fuck up.
I'm telling you.
Ain't nobody coming to help this nigga. Not today. Hell no.
I don't know.
I will say this. The fact that you said that this kamikaze couldn't sneak on him, kind of funny when you think about kamikazes sneaking on people. I will say that. But getting back to Black Sperm, I just don't know, like what is he about? It's just like, yo, it's like you're mad little. What are you about to do? Who do you think you are? Like, don't get me wrong, I love characters that can talk a whole lot of game. I really do. That's the reason why my mask is like my number one dude. Like, yo, listen.
Hold on, 1 second.
All smack.
Hold on 1 second. All viewers, please timestamp the previous 10 seconds. We have another sundown moment. Go ahead.
Wait. Sundown moment.
Wait.
What just happened?
Huh?
What happened?
I'm so confused.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, okay. But no. I'm kind of with Zarso on that because is he just gonna straight block Atomic Samurai? Like, I don't know how he fights.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yo, it's like what, like you're just dark. You're dark as fuck. You're just like you're dark as fuck. Like
What
what
the
are you?
fuck, bro?
What are you like? Like what are you
That's
about?
how you
Like
start off.
I mean,
Dark,
like,
so
yo,
what are you
look at
gonna
his
do? What
look.
the hell, bro?
Okay, look at his appearance and tell me that that's not the first thing that came to your mind. It's like, yo, you're dark as hell. But like, what are you trying to do?
No, it's not. I'm like, why is he drawn like that?
I mean, Black Sperm. Like I guess his head kind of looks like sperm, but like it grew like arms or some shit. I don't know. Like I don't know his backstory. Like monsters have dumbass backstory.
Oh, and there we go. He said the keyword. He has said backstory. We're all fucked now.
Right. You already know the previous backstory. We'll reiterate it because we. I think we got quite a few more members of the family since then. So to summarize the Black Sperm backstory, you already know for every monster that comes up, we do a story for him. We should have done it for whatchamacallit?
G5.
For Budagiri. So there was this little boy, right? And fuck, what was it? Damn, I fucked it up. Well, either way, he
Oh no, there'll be no backstory.
Damn, I'm gonna post a video or something like that. I'll probably clip the video in this video, so y'all. Oh, I should probably do that shit. All right, I might do that. But either way, just to summarize, just in case I don't do that, there's this little boy named Satsuki, and he's in his bed, and he likes to jack off a lot and shit. But he doesn't really have a place to put all his cum when he comes. So what he used to do is that he used to take this little doll that he had, and he used to wipe his cum on it every single time. And he would bust a lot of fucking cum every time he busted. So for years upon years, he would come on this doll until finally it came to life.
Yo, what?
Because people need a place to put their jizz.
Yo, what?
That is Black Sperm's official backstory.
Tissues are overrated.
What? Yo, out of pocket. Completely out of pocket. I know that. He really just said, he said, that's the backstory. That's the backstory.
Someone timestamp this. We need this reaction on tape.
Someone really that wasn't even. Yo.
Hey, bruh, you ain't even heard the Super S backstory?
Yeah, I'm so desensitized to what Grimm says. It doesn't affect me anymore.
you know, it's like sometimes I am, and then somehow Grimm finds a way to just remind me how undesensitized I actually am. And it's like I'm not. It's like I'm not desensitized to any of this shit. It's all like, yo, like what's coming out? Like what?
It's a good one, isn't it?
Like years on, years, dude. Like years.
Ain't watched it
Like
once.
yo, Satsuki, like you're not gonna get a new doll. You're not gonna like ask your mom for a doll for Christmas. I don't know, like get one for your girl on like Valentine's Day. Say, oh babe, sorry, I forgot it at home. Never give it to her, ever. Like you can't
Saves
get another
money.
one.
Saves money.
Yo, bro, listen. Years after the first year, if that thing ain't crustier than anything, you should probably go get a new one, cause like that, like ain't furry or anything. Like I know the tip probably getting rough on the edges. I know that for a fact. Like
For the casual viewers,
do
these
better.
stories are not actually real.
No. Tighten the fuck up, bro.
Uh,
That's the official Black Sperm backstory.
Confirmed backstory for Black Sperm. That crusty as hell. That he must be hard as hell, huh? Shit. If he a doll like that, crusted over and everything.
So he's the most hyped up executive by far. Bitched Orochi. Couldn't catch Tario, but was able to avoid atomic slashes / being caught off guard. So I guess, he's kind of like Atomic Samurai in his speed dynamic. Like, as where Flashy Flash could probably beat Atomic Samurai on a foot race, but maybe they're more equal in like reflexes and being stationary. So maybe he's fast like that, like from like a agile reflex perspective rather than just physically moving, if that makes sense. But regardless, I mean, it's showing that he's insane, because the only other character who has like kind of avoided Atomic Samurai's slash was G5. But then again, he wasn't even caught off guard. It's clearly showing that like Black Sperm was like when we see the one panel when he's like looking, when his like face is looking forward, and it's like the little snap, and he's like, "Oh shit, something's coming." Then he avoids it, and then Atomic Samurai's like, "My, you can move well." So I think that was like an earnest compliment there.
Yeah.
So we've already got like he's no chump in the speed department, so that's already established. But other than that, he's been hyped up. So and Atomic Samurai, as a character up until this point, has been completely dominant. Like, the only one who has remotely challenged him was Melzergaard, but outside of that, he's just dominated everyone else. So it's going to be interesting to see these two characters go against each other, because other than the hype, there's no way to really figure out who's going to win this one.
I would just like to say I'm reading this off of a manga stream, and it seems as though one of the mods had to come through and pretty much remind everyone not to spoil, because apparently there's something going on in the next couple of chapters. I don't know. I'm just letting you know that as we continue to get closer and closer and closer to one's own point in the webcomic, know that there will be people trying to spoil. So just be aware of the comment sections for all you people with your videos.
Yeah, we're gonna have to control these. The mods are already gonna be out there in the premiere, like, with their blades out, taking care of niggas and shit. If niggas want to get spoiler froggy and shit, so that should be under the rest.
I mean, everyone's kind of said it pretty much. I mean, there's no monster, I think, apart from maybe Orochi, who's been built up as much as Black Sperm. Yeah, the design, the hype, and from like what people have said, they've never said exactly what he can do. Just it's always been like Black Sperm. But I think, especially the comment on Atomic, and I think the way the fight's probably going to go, like I think it'll all just be big build up for Black Sperm.
I need to be careful here because I've one of the podcasts I was on tape saying I love the character we're talking about, and that was just unfortunate wording. But let's refer to him, the other one. But let's refer to him as Jack. Black Sperm is Jack. Now, I am fully prepared and hyped for Jack. I think the best intro for him is the terrified face we see in Tadio as he's running away from freaking a dude called Black Sperm. I mean, like, come on. If we were in Tadio's position, we'd be running away like that with that face. But I think one thing that's worth noting after everything that everyone said is the fact that Black Sperm actually dodged Atomic Samurai's attack, suggesting that if he hadn't dodged it, he would have sustained some damage. Now, whether or not that's actually true or not, up for debate. I mean, like, it seems like it was a throwaway attack by Atomic Samurai, and maybe Black Sperm just didn't really want to take any unnecessary hits and was trying to make a point. But I'm hoping Black Sperm is gonna have, like, this sounds very kind of derivative, but sperm in general doesn't have one form. It kind of it develops. It has stages of development as shit happens, and I'm hoping he has multiple forms, a lot like kind of Orochi and Phoenix Man. So I'm hoping that Black Sperm, this is just his base form, and he has multiple forms going forward.
So what you're
this is his baby form?
Spanish sperm.
Well, this is kind of pre-fertilization. Maybe if there's an egg cell somewhere.
Yeah, he jumps into a big egg and then he comes out like Black Man.
Well, that's skipping the 9 months and possibly about 20 years. But I'm hoping, like,
It's just
maybe
9 minutes.
maybe there's, like, he has a zygote form or some shit.
So what I'm hearing is sperm powers.
Oh, that's.
I've never conceived. In all my life of reading comics, reading manga, I've never ever thought I'd be forced to actually say that. But sperm powers, I can't really wrap my head around it.
I've seen that in hentai.
Hentai is different. It's a different monster. It's like some characters even know they're in a hentai.
A sperm powers trump nakama power.
Honestly, have you seen, like, listen, this isn't a hentai stream, but if you guys want, go later, we can discuss this in depth, obviously.
Zarso's hentai podcast.
You know what? That might actually.
Yo, I legit.
Have a good ring to
I
it.
swear.
It has a good ring to it. I swear to God.
about doing that, bro.
I might have to. I might actually have to. That actually sounds like an amazing idea.
And Grimm acting like he thought about doing that. I think he doesn't actually have.
Like just now. Yo, I'm sick. I will say though. So exactly what happens if, like, Mizuki tries to squash him like a pineapple? What happens then? Or watermelon? What happens then? Just
Are you saying that
debate?
if Mizuki puts him in a vice grip with her legs, and he would fall into her vagina on accident?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. No. See, you said that.
Because
said that.
That sounds like a theory right there.
That's what you said. I said, what would happen if Mizuki tried to use the same move she did on those watermelon monsters, like she would say on, like, Black Sperm? Like, like, would he have the strength to pry the would he be able to survive the crushing force of Mizuki's thighs? Not pry her legs open. That's
lubrication
uncouth.
Always helps with, like, forcing things. So he could probably, like, start licking her thighs and shit.
I don't think that's tasteful for the for these kind of, like, for this kind of story.
How did this devolve into whether Black Sperm was tasteful?
No.
We're fucking up. We're fucking up a lot here on the podcast. Please bear with us.
Change topic. Black Sperm is just a white guy in a black jumpsuit.
Black Sperm. Final point. Mizuki x Black Sperm. I'm waiting for someone to hurry up and get it. And get with it with the drawing, please. Thank you very much.
I do actually have one. Have one final point. Actually, did you want to go?
No. I thought you had, like, like someone who could, like, do some artwork for Mizuki x Black Sperm.
Well, maybe not that type of artwork, but we'll save that for later. Do you guys think, like, just another kind of thing I noticed about Atomic Samurai with this whole samurai theme is that he does actually have his shorter sword always sheathed, and that's not exactly a blade that he would commit seppuku with. This is a longer blade samurai usually carry.
Yeah, they have two
Do,
ones.
do you think? Yeah. Do you think he can? He's a double wielder. Like if he gets serious, do you think he'll pull it out against Black Sperm?
Uh,
Go ahead.
I don't know. It better not be some bullshit where he pulls a Kenpachi and he goes, "Hey, let me swing the sword with both hands and I'll be super strong."
Oh my
As
God!
long as it's not that. As long as it's
That
not that.
was
I
Anybody,
swear.
anybody in
I
the comments, anybody in the Discord, when Kenpachi did that, biggest bullshit. That was the biggest bullshit I've ever seen in my life.
yeah, that yeah, the the uh the 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 big three in the West with they had some points in time where you were just like, what? Personally, I do agree that if Atomic were to pull out his secondary blade, he'd probably be more like what's his face, the captain with the flower kimono. He kind of like throws variations into his swordplay and everything. I kind of see it like
Oh,
that. I
yeah.
kind of see it like that. If you were to pull out his second one, because let's be honest now, if he's so amazing with one blade, imagine how ridiculous he would get with two.
I mean, like from what I've seen in like real life, the two bladed style is just that. It's a style of two blades. It's not like you start with one and you power up. I think the difference is like there's a two bladed fighting style, and then the second blade that you often see warriors like during war with is if they lose their primary one and they have the other one there. Or I think it's for like battle advantage or some shit like that. Like depending on who your opponent is, if they have an actual long sword, like a long katana, um, then I think you would like change that up somehow. I'm not sure the exact dynamics, and I'm not claiming to be a swordsman or a specialist. It's just what I've heard, so it's all up to the air.
Grim, you're not claiming to be a swordsman.
I'm not.
Is it that you just secretly?
Bro, I was trying to slide that in again. I was trying to slide that in. You caught me. All right. So there's two things. The first one is I wanted to mention about Town Emperor. Town Emperor said that he's willing or he has the intentions of coming back down to assist. But Brave Giant was a prototype that's been destroyed now. Is there a possibility that he has sent his battle data and specs to go build an actual version, an improved, upgraded, official Brave Knight or Brave Giant, or is he just talking shit?
He's a smart kid, so whether or not he sent that battle data through his backpack to wherever, or if he already has everything in, like in his head just rolling, it really just depends if he is able to make out of this alive.
What about you
I
guys?
mean, I think he's done fighting wise, at least when it comes to dragons or anything like that. I mean, he still has his backpack, so he can fight with that. But I think he's exhausted most of his big tech. He doesn't even have the Cerebus anymore. We don't even know what happened to it.
Yeah, I guess G5 just beat it.
Nah, G5 ran away.
He had to.
Yeah, I think like what everyone said, he's not fighting any executive, but he still wants to go down there to help out because I think as we've seen, he's very smart and he's good at thinking quick solutions and stuff. Because if he could go down there, say like this fight, Atomic Samurai's really strong against Black Sperm, he might see something and it might just click straight away. Like if he does like a certain way Atomic can fight him, that might actually start beating him.
Shit. All right. Sundown, any thoughts?
Yeah, I think for the most part he's done. He'll probably go back as a support. And he does mention this chapter that he kind of wants to go back just to kind of direct and lead the loners within the S class. But whether or not he'll be able to do that, because they seem to be doing a pretty good job by themselves. But yeah, I think he'll go back down, probably not provide so much help. He might encounter something intriguing. Maybe he'll chance upon that technology room where maybe he might start doing some shit to help people out. But other than that, I don't really see him doing much.
I forgot about that.
Alright.
They still have Middle Knight's droid strapped up, don't they?
Yeah. I don't think you could recommission it though to help him fight.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking bad.
Don't sleep.
Good.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, don't sleep on a kid who actually has, like that crazy whiz kid technology going on in his head.
Okay. And the final part before we head to the other portion is, Zaso earlier mentioned that anybody could draw a Black Sperm. So this is my official rendering of Black Sperm. It's here for the people to check it out, and I'll post it on
Yo, I don't even want to go in the for the people now. I swear, I don't. I don't want to. I know I'm gonna. Here we go. Let's
So
go.
Grimm, at this point, at this exact point when the podcast is aired, I want you to make this your thumbnail. Like your thumbnail, your channel profile pic at this exact point of the podcast.
Dude, I don't wanna be giving like non-constructive criticism, but here we go. So first, you're above the age of 12, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that handwriting is absolutely grim.
Get it, it's his name. There we go.
Man,
He said they call him Grimm. Yo, and look at his hands. Oh my god.
bruh, you've been giving this guy Powerpuff Girl fingers now. What the fuck is this?
What's going on with his right leg? That shit looks like a tumor, bro. Stop. Stop.
And I'm not sure if you did it on purpose or not, but you've actually made him look more Asian than he looks.
Yo, I swear to God.
Sundown got all my shit, bro. I'm hurt. I'll never draw it again.
I don't know, Sundown. You want to talk that, you got to present your own drawing now.
What's up?
Damn.
We all gotta submit our own Black Sperm drawings now.
I was going to say,
Fuck.
we found the new segment of the podcast where we all do a drawing of a part of the chapter and we all critique it.
We'll start doing that from now on. Grimm's your first attempt, man. Like, you're gonna need a stencil for that handwriting.
Hey, yo.
Yo, you attacked the handwriting too. Yo,
Bitch, bro.
when you said that handwriting was grim, I'm sick.
I never heard anyone comment somebody for handwriting. That might be like a British insult.
That's what it is, bro. That's what it is.
Like, your penmanship is subpar compared to my own.
Yo, I swear. Oh god, that was good.
Hey, bro, I'm hurt as fuck, bro. You really have to drop one now. I'm gonna put it on screen too.
I'm not gonna drop it today. Maybe another day.
Yo, Grimm, I gotta say though, how's that an A? Cuz how is that an A?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like, dude.
But also, we have to remember that Grimm was probably blazed when he did that.
Fair enough. Yeah, I can't even. Yeah, you know what? Like, I can't actually.
I did that right now, bro. I literally did that right now.
So you're telling me that this is you, like, off the drug? Okay, I got you. Damn, son. Shit.
Nah, nigga, I'm smoking right now.
Okay then. There you go. There's your excuse. You were zooted. I got you.
Hey, bro, you're not gonna call me that nigga, bro. I draw better than him, bro.
I don't know. Pretty close.
You know what? Kanjuro actually has drawing skills. Don't compare him to Grimm. Like, he actually has some
Bro,
some skill.
You know what kind of trashy ass shit Conjuro's draw, bro? Come on.
Bro, not this. Not this.
Look. There's even people in the chat saying, look, stop lying. You printed it out of the manga panel. Come on, bro. Great.
Okay, all right. We'll save that for the premiere because you'll have the drawing up, I'm pretty sure, in the video. So you guys comment, who do you think is the better artist, Kanjuro for One Piece or Grimm?
Yeah.
Bruh.
Oh,
Bruh. Even Even Kanjuro's like awakened devil fruit wouldn't be able to get this shit.
Yo, honestly.
Wow, that was vicious.
Fuck you, Sundown.
Wow, that was an awesome insult, actually.
Oh shit.
It's super esoteric, but still very fun.
Alright. So let's keep it pushing then. Alright, so now we're gonna head into the S rank poll questions. So for this week's poll questions, we asked you guys the following. Gale Wind in Hellfire versus Black Sperm.
Why was that a question? I mean, even with them both, I mean, Black Sperm is an executive, and like we said before, he's been hyped to all hell. So if Galewind and Hellfire were even able to compete with this dude, I would be so disappointed.
Damn.
I mean, I said Hellfire and Galewind only because teamwork normally or realistically is what actually wins fights. Like, you can be as strong as you want, but if you have two people punching you in the head at the same time, what are you gonna do? Go and block against one of them unless you're like that good and you can like dodge. So you gotta be really good.
I mean, like maybe not the version you drew, but definitely.
Nah, he'll be stronger. He'll be stronger.
Yo. I don't know if okay, listen. That drawing had like some messed up legs. I don't even know if he could walk straight, let alone fight.
But yeah, I mean, Black Sperm would definitely clap both Galewind and Hellfire Flame.
Alright. The next question we asked was Devil Long Hair versus Sword Devil Executioner.
That's a hard
Devil
one.
long hair. Devil long hair because let's be honest now, we never saw whatever happened to Sword Devil Executioner, because like he started slashing and then like got like one shotted pretty easily. Also like with Devil long hair, it's like once he's like, I'm pretty sure it's like if you show like any skin or any opening at all, you're pretty much fucked. And he faced off against like what, 3 swordsmen at once with three distinctive different styles, and it took them a minute to take him out.
Is who's the guy we're talking about? Is it Budigiri?
Yeah, Budigiri.
Cool. Yeah, I think Devil Longhair has that all day. Budigiri wasn't very impressive, and Devil Longhair was, to be fair, he lasted quite long against the 3 apprentices. Just like Zaso was saying, they have different distinct styles. They're all quality fighters. For him to last that long, he is a tough cookie. So yep, Devil Longhair all day.
Alright, bet. The next question we asked was Hadagiri versus G5.
I'm going with G5.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with G5.
Yeah, G5.
Damn. The next question we asked was who looks better, G5 or Sword Devil Executioner?
G5.
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 Yeah, unanimous. Alright.
Listen, Budigiri looked like garbage. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, not only that, but he was garbage. Like, how do you swing your sword like that and then you just die?
My bad for not saying booty giddy.
Yeah, it's like
The next question we asked was, can the disciples beat G5?
hell no.
Sheesh.
No.
Maybe if Yayan had both arms.
The fact that he can adapt and copy moves, they wouldn't be able to. I don't think they would be able to fight against that, because with Devil Longhair, I mean, they get to adapt to Devil Longhair, but G5 adapts to them and gets better. So no, I don't see them beating him.
I have to agree. He was matching Atomic for a couple pages, and let's be honest now, not a lot of monsters have actually stood in front of Atomic without turning into a splatter. So I have to give it a G5. Those three together, nah. Plus, he'll give him like way too much like information, and he'll probably start evolving like on them too quick.
No, but I mean, I don't think they could either. I think the same reasons you guys have said. Like, I think also the fact he has gone like slightly toe to toe with the S classes. They won't fully going out, of course, but he could at least hold his own a bit against Child Emperor and Atomic Samurai.
The next question we asked was, will Waganma escape or will Waganma die before he escapes?
Fortunately, not.
Nah, he's gonna live.
Satsuki out here really hoping he does.
I am,
When I
but
saw
it's
him,
not going to happen.
when I saw like the light at the end of the tunnel, I thought for sure like somebody's gonna come down and destroy the tunnel as he's trying about to get out or some shit like that. But no, I didn't. So he might get up.
I am hoping for the kind of dilemma at the kind of entrance to freedom. Like I'm hoping either Rover, probably not Rover, but I'm hoping whatever the hell was in G5, Drive Knight maybe, starts to cause a scuffle at the end there with Waganma. So we'll see how that goes.
All right. The next question that we asked was, who would be a better porn star, Darkshine or Black Sperm?
I got this.
Fuck.
Let's be real here. The answer is obviously Darkshine, and for numerous reasons. First, I believe that Darkshine has an anaconda. I don't have proof, but I don't have proof, nor do I want to see proof. But it's just something I believe based on stereotypes and just his build. And then you have a factor which goes into my bias and pet peeve of some male porn stars, and it's the fact that they talk a lot during the act.
Oh,
and I feel
my
like
God, preach,
Yo,
preach,
talk
Sasuke,
about,
preach.
dude,
I feel like
another dude name too. Another dude name, bro. He's funny.
no,
as
no,
fuck.
no. I'm just saying. I feel like Black Sperm would talk a lot. He seems like he's just like one of those. Like he'll try to make jokes and shit. And Darkshine is just the type to just be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like that's it. That's it.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. If Darkshine is in the sack, I can only imagine he'll probably be all like, "Oh, these muscles are dark." I know that for a fact. He'll probably say something about some muscle. If he sees some muscle, he'll open his mouth. He'll open his mouth. I know it for a fact. Black Sperm, the type of dude that just like takes his little antenna and kind of just like take care of business. It's like do his little thing.
Damn. So that's his meat, bro.
Oh, I ain't choosing either. I ain't a part of it. But I'm about to give my thoughts.
Is that antenna Black Sperm's dick?
I mean, I don't know. Would you call a mutant sperm? Like the tail, like what is that now? Like his antenna, his receptor.
I want to hear what the Englishmen think about these two porn stars. Matt?
Satsuki said he's got this. Oh, I'm gonna
I will speak for the British. Now, as you may know, Darkshine is looks to be a bodybuilder, and bodybuilders tend to use steroids for their recovery, for their size, for that extra rep, and steroids have a notable effect on
Wow.
one such bodily organ in which we have questions here. So it might be safe to say that our boy Darkshine may be lacking in the genitalia area.
What?
Oof. Damn, that's a hit.
Damn, bro. Hold on, let's drop these pictures. Where's that picture where he was standing over Mizuki? Did it look like his meat was small then?
I don't know. I did not analyze that.
Yeah. No one's analyzing that besides you.
Did you just ask me to inspect? Because I have to let you know I'm not a doctor.
Let's go back.
So, wait, what's number 9?
Number 8 is, are Are we ever going to see Giro's titties?
Of course we are. But I told you before, what did I tell you? I said if we do not get it, the rating for this chapter is going to be the most I can give it is a 6 out of 10. I said that. So that's what happened.
Damn.
But
True.
we're getting them. It's just that Murata's teasing us, which I didn't want, but happens.
Question for number 9 we asked. Best design in this chapter.
Atomic, I guess.
I can't give him that, so
Damn.
I'll give it to either like G5, maybe Black Sperm. Honestly, a Black Sperm. Best. Simplistic, easy to do. Some people, it's harder for others, obviously. Definitely Black Sperm. Best design.
Yeah, Black Sperm's got the best design.
I think I kind of agree with that. It's too unique to not like be looking at it like that. People talk about Watch Dogs so much. I mean, honestly though, nah, fuck that, bro. It's G5. He looked the most badass to me. I think he looked the most badass.
Yeah, I gotta be G5.
Next question. Who was the star of the chapter? Oh no, that's supposed to be the last. You already know. We did that question last time. This question we're rotating. So for number 10, who was the star of the chapter?
Black Sperm.
Tario.
Tario. Damn, Black Sperm got beat up by Tario. Goddamn.
Nigga, Atomic Samurai.
Track
bro.
star.
That's
Track
not
star.
Track star. Yo, that little kid was dipping. He's like, I'm not having any of this shit. Not today.
When you show me another 9-year-old who can outrun a dragon class monster, not only that, an executive, you will let me know, please.
Shit.
He's taking off, bro. All right, for question.
Grimm out here saying the Asian body type isn't that good. You see Tario here outpacing one of the fastest people in the manga. This boy got legs.
And he didn't even look back either. That's like, yo, that's how you know he's determined to get absolutely out of there. He didn't even turn back either. Just kept running. Smart kid.
Oh shit, bro. For question 11, we asked G5 versus Bug God.
Ooh.
But God.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna actually go with Butt Guy.
Wow.
I don't know.
That defense is something else. Let me tell you.
What would it take besides like what Garo's attacks, forehand?
Yeah.
I don't remember him taking anything from anyone notable, because that's kind of how we kind of scale some of the characters in Punch Man. It's like you have to at least face off against someone that takes attacks. Any real feats? I know that he's durable. I'm not saying he's not. It's just I really haven't seen him doing anything too ridiculous. I'll give it a G5 because G5 pretty much was able to tango with someone like Atomic, and if his base settings were enough to actually, go toe to toe with someone who could dice up a monster who beforehand couldn't do crap, I'm gonna have to give it to G5. But God's cool.
But God.
Plus, remember, no dark luster. Not happening.
The next question we asked is G5 versus Pureblood.
G5 again.
G5.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to give it a G5.
Damn. He's fast as fuck.
It's really only just because he's a robot, at least for me.
Yeah, pure blood ain't got nothing to suck. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I didn't wanna use that word for this chapter.
The keywords on YouTube is gonna be crazy. Alright, the next question we asked was Metal Knight's drone versus G5.
I don't know.
Hold on, let me actually check and see what I actually put in this chapter.
Metal
I
Knight.
don't remember.
Metal Knight.
I think I put something like either. I'm pretty sure I put G5. I'm not sure.
Sundown.
I might go with Metal Knight's drone. I think it has some big time firepower, right?
Nah, I said Metal Knight. Yeah, because again, Master Machines, you can't have that title unless you actually, can back it up.
All right. The next question we asked was, what would you do if you walked into your house to find your wife, Mizuki, getting piped, tooted up, thrashed, and blacked? Having that thing done to her by Darkshine. I read this wrongly.
Oh.
Alright, so what would you do if you walked into your house to find your wife, Mizuki, getting piped, tooted up, thrashed, blacked, having that thing done to her by Darkshine, while you see Black Sperm on the wall?
I'm gonna walk the fuck back out of there.
I don't know what I'd be more disappointed by. The infidelity that's going on, or the fact that there's a hero and a monster right next to each other and they're just letting each other, they're not trying to stop each other from doing stuff. That's probably what I was disappointed by.
I had a different perspective. If Fubuki's out, Mizuki ain't gonna be my wife. I'm just letting people know that.
Whoa! So you wouldn't even give a fuck about the bitch? Like, I don't care. Wow.
I'll be like, all right, time to pursue Fubuki.
Wow.
Damn, I didn't even think of it like that.
He's cold. So you never really loved her?
No.
Damn, bro. Talk about cold as fuck.
I didn't even like give a response to this one. I didn't. I guess I will now. Shit. Fuck, I can't. If Darkshine's piping down my wife Mizuki, what am I gonna do?
And Black
Damn,
Sperm's
I
in the
don't.
wall. He's like,
Why is he even in the wall for? Nigga, what the fuck are you doing?
you get it? Like Black Sperm on the wall.
Enough.
Clever as fuck, dog.
I mean,
You know what I'm gonna
can
do?
you do?
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what? I'll probably do something dumb, like tell Darkshine like there's like some crazy ass weights outside that like no one can lift. Like he'll probably fucking pull out, fucking get everything messed up in the room, and fucking jump out the window and try and fucking find those dumbbells. I don't know, fucking salvage what's left of my relationship.
Or he finish up in Mizuki, nut in that bitch, and then going about his way.
How are you gonna add more to this scenario, you piece of shit? How do you do that? How do you add more to the scenario when you like stopped at a certain point? Just
All right, and for number 15, we asked, is Drive Night G5? And we already speculated on that during the podcast. All right.
Now, for the Black Standards comment portion of the video, number 1 is, I got the nut. And
Okay, so
Black
that's
Sperm.
Hellfire and Black Sperm.
Makes sense. 2, Devil on care.
Yeah.
3, G5 didn't die instantly, so G5. 4, G5. 5, fuck no. What was 5?
Can the Disciples beat G5?
All right, 6, I don't condone child violence, but fuck that nigga. Yeah, pretty much. 7, Satsuki, and I like watching BBC porn, so Darkshine.
Wait, BBC got
What was this question?
Oh, this was the who's the better star, Black Sperm.
Is this part of the
Darkshine.
mystery? Is Black Star actually in English?
Typical shit.
BBC porn.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you see the last podcast, Matt? I think it was one of you two guys wasn't here, and we almost confirmed that Black Stannis was a girl, but he's really a guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he fucked up. But 8, maybe one day. 9, gotta give it to G5. 10, Atomic. 11, tough one, but Bug God. 12, G5. 13, Metal Knight Drone. And here we go. 14, I'm calling up Satsuki so we can join him in and make some more Black Sperm.
Wow.
Oh
So
man.
he about to help Darkshine tag team his wife, bro.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, just yeah. Okay.
And that's not gay, bro. Like you just tag teaming a girl. Like you wouldn't do that,
No, I wouldn't. But
What?
that's just me.
bro. So if
But
me, you, and Sundown, right? Or we're like at the mall, right? And then we see some badass bitches, and then one of them, just one of them, looks exactly like Fubuki, and she says, "Hey, you guys should come to my house later on. We're having a decoration party."
Yo, Grim. Yo, like, come on, dude.
So we head out there. Say we bring our fucking our baskets of sewing materials so we can sew up some good decorations and shit. Little knickknacks and shit like that. The shit that we already do on the weekend.
Knick-knack, yo! No! No! And then he said, knick-knack!
And then we head over there. And her mom opens the door and shit. And then in the living room was like 6 or 7 other older women and shit, just making decorations and shit. So we walk in there, and then she's at the top of the stairs in the middle of the house, right? To go up to the second floor the rooms are at, and then her mom points us to her, and then she comes out and shit, and she's wearing this sexy ass lingerie, bro. These super duper duper tight ass see through thong and shit like that, and you could already see a little bit of dripping coming down from the panties in the side and shit. And then her mom's waves at her and shit like that. She waves at her mom and she tells you guys to come up, and then we walk up there and shit. Matter of fact, we run up the stairs and shit. Suddenly I was just like hawking up there and shit behind her, and then she's like, "Give it to me, do that thing to me, don't hold back." You would need it?
listen, Grim, I like to play campaign. I like the solo missions. I don't like multiplayer. That's just me. I'm
I
a
fucks with
solo
that.
act.
How about you, man?
Oh, I wasn't part of the group, so I'm not.
You were, man.
Well, what you've ignored is the key fact that there's a dragon level threat apparently on the wall. So I'm gonna say
Yep.
no to that.
Damn. Matt's scared for his life. All right.
All right, let's get this last one out. 15, Shonen, give up. G5 isn't drive night. Shout out to Matt.
Yeah, there we go. Hi, Black
King
Sperm.
Genshin.
Gang.
Wait, so is Black Stannis your boy or your girl, Matt? Because he's
It's like mutual respect. Like I don't cross the line. It's like.
But I didn't cross the line. But the guy just randomly bummed me.
He did what to you?
Like he stays in his area. It's like we run up side of the streets. We'll give like a nod to each other, and that's about it.
Oh shit, bro.
So is Black Stannis a dude, or is he a dude that looks like a lady? Is he a lady?
I don't know. He's always at a distance, or she's always at a distance that's far enough where like I can see the head nod, but I can't make out the gender or the look or anything.
Oh shit, there's a character like that in Naruto once. Not cool.
Oh yeah, Haku. Bad
Yeah,
idea.
nice.
Bad idea.
All right.
I guess I'll go next. This is from Chub Sperm. Number 1, Black Sperm. Assuming it was Hellfire and Galeman versus Black Sperm. It's Black Sperm. Second, Devil Longhair. Number 3, G5. Number G5. Number 5, no. Number 6, hopefully. Number 7, he chooses Darkshine. Chubs, what is going on with you? Number 8, yes, at some point. Number 9, Black Sperm. Number 10, Atomic. Number 11, G5, most likely. Number 12, G5. Number 13, Melnite Drone. Number 14, burn the house down and leave. Christ.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Chubbs. And number 15, no way in hell is Drive Night G5 now. Hashtag King Engine.
Gang gang.
Oh, this is a dude called AJ. He starts off with hashtag King Engine. Number 1, I want Fubuki to gale win my Hellfire while Grimm gives me his Black Sperm.
What? Where? Stop. Where are you? No. Where are you?
Wait, we got 2
What?
Black Stannises?
Where?
Bruh. Wait, why am I reading this one?
I don't. You picked it.
Dude, I didn't look at the
Started,
first one.
man.
Okay. I don't even know what was the question for that shit?
That was who's winning? Hellfire and Gale win her Black Sperm. Good lord! What the hell?
Dude.
Yo, I swear, these answers are getting more pocket each and every stream. I swear, y'all gotta get more.
It's because Grimm literally made a segment called the Black Stannis part, where the guy just goes on about it.
Black Stannis, this is kinda your fault. So whether you're a dude, you a lady, you fucked up.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just wanted to know the Black Status portion is actually made up of Satsuki, bro. I don't want to hear this shit. He's the one that started reading it consecutively. He's the one that dubbed the portion, and he's the one who reads it every single time, bro.
Well, who is
So now people are copying him. Grant fan flipping tastic. Thanks, Black
right.
Stannis.
So, continuing with AJ. Number 2, I choose double long hair. He can give me that hair job from across the room.
Bro.
Cool. I think I chose a bad one. 3, G5 without a doubt, both by design and feats against Atomic. Wow, a question without an innuendo. 4, G5 again. Oh my god, I tongue polish his shiny ass.
Whoa.
Tongue polish.
Dude. That's a creative way to go. 5, was G5 confirmed as High Demon? If so, then I don't think they would last long against him. His ability to learn and overcome another swordplay may prove too difficult for the disciples. They have yet to gain superhuman abilities like Atomic's, passing all logical boundaries. Cool.
So hold on. How can this person give like such a detailed answer, yet come up with I tongue polish his shiny ass?
It's
That's
pretty
the answer.
simple. Much like Black Stannis, this is just another Grimm account.
Stop saying
Confirmed.
that, bro. That is why he
Confirmed.
targeted you, bro. That's why, bro.
This is just Grimm like part 5. Anyway, 6, that little shit is gonna survive and piss me off all the more. I just know it. This dude almost sounds British. 7, definitely Darkshine, but don't look down on the niche market of Teletubby porn. Oh my god.
What? You know what? That's actually. You know what? I actually agree with that answer. You'd be surprised.
What the
how
fuck,
niche
bro?
it is.
Why are you
Don't ask
informed on that
questions.
topic, you piece of...
Don't ask questions and don't judge kinks. What's wrong with you? Kink shaming is rude.
Yep, definitely gonna kink shame later on. 8, silly Grimm. Gyoro has been naked this entire time. You telling me you haven't been jacking it to her panels? I know I have.
Yo,
Man.
who is this? Who is
Oh,
this?
dude, this is getting worse. Come on, AJ, man. Jeez. 9, Black Sperm all over Tario.
Whoa.
Maybe
Pretty-
we should read the comments through from now on before we start actually.
Man, I'm glad that I have like a really small YouTube right now. 10, Atomic being the badass that he is, clapping out but not completely finishing off, one of the most hype demons of this arc. 11, Bug God. 12, if G5 can get pure blood alone in a room with no other monsters, then that Edward Cullen bitch is gonna be his Edward Cullen bitch. No blood to regenerate, and nothing we've seen insinuates that his speed is enough to overwhelm G5. I mean, a one-word answer would have been nice, but okay. 13,
Nah,
MK
good job, bro.
drone.
It's not, bro.
14, sorry, but who leaked Grimm's diary confessions? Hey!
All right, I like that one.
But to answer the question, hell, I'd get in on that and off my ass up too. What?
What?
Someone.
I thought he was going the other way.
Yeah, I don't. Honestly, at this point, I don't know which way. I don't know
It's
which
like,
way.
no. Take me too.
Oh man, I didn't expect to take her, but I suppose we accept.
That's a real nigga though, bro. Some real niggas. That's a real nigga, bro.
That's
That's,
not.
that's the type of nigga that like whenever the cops ask who's like whose grenade launcher is this, he'd be like, "It's ours, officer. It's ours."
How many police are you interacting with who ask whose grenade launcher is this?
Yeah.
Why does someone own a grenade launcher?
America
people-
is very different to the UK.
Yeah, you know. Listen, we're an excessive people. We live in excess. That's just how things go here. It's just let it happen. Honestly, just let it happen. You never know. You might need one.
What?
Too bad
just
Grimm's
might
art
need
isn't in excess, right? But,
Yikes.
I'm never drawing
Yikes.
again in my life.
No, we know you're drawing again.
Yeah.
I'm
Next chapter.
I'm
Grimm,
telling
you
you, I'm
draw
about to submit my Black Sperm art.
I bet that
never say that sentence again. But 15, I don't think Drive Knight is G5. I still think he's going to show up in this arc again. That was a roller coaster of a comment, but okay.
Yeah. Hashtag AJ the real one. Like, Jesus Christ, kid. She was a roller
Oh, wait,
coaster.
did he drop the King Engine in there?
Nah. Oh, no.
He dropped it right at the beginning. Hashtag King Engine.
All right, gang.
Bruh, you need hashtag Jesus, bro.
So this is Johnny Rocket Fingers. I'm not sure if you're new to the Discord, bro. If you are, what's good? Make sure you guys check out the Discord. Is where we have our conversation about One Punch Man and all of the different types of manga and anime every single day, literally all day long. So come through with your boy. For number 1, he says, Gilwood and Hellfire couldn't dodge a slash from Flashy Flash, but Black X dodged a slash from Atomic Samurai, who only slashes shit. Easy peasy. Spermy squeezy.
Yo.
Niggas came through today, bruh. This shit funny as hell, bruh. Yo, Black status might lose his portion, bruh. For number 2, he says, swords are a bad matchup for hair. For number 3, Atomic actually complimented G5 while he called Hanagiri stupid. G5 wins. Alright. Sword Devil wins. Because he looks like he's got just a little bit of dark shine.
He's got just a bit of a dark shine. I see what he's okay. I see where he's going.
I don't know, my booty giddy. He did, Alright, man. If niggas like booty giddy, then it is what it is. For number 5, he says, if one Cerberus bot from Child could G5 back then I don't.
I think he means stop.
Yeah, I guess he just fucked it up. If one Cerberus bot from Child Emperor could beat G5 back then I don't see G5 holding back 3 top tier A classes. Wow. Damn. This nigga said the exact opposite. Wow. Okay. For number 6, he says, I hope he learns to become a less garbage, trash ass, dumpster ass POS. For number 7, Darkshine got them aesthetics. For number 8, he says, Murata is God and will release the reins onto his thirsty children. My nigga, preach. For number 9, he says, Black Sperm. You know one got his shit right, but Murata barely changes the look of the character. You did a good job, one. For number 10, Tadio outran a dragon that could dodge a slash from a Atomic. Tadio is the shit. Fuck with Ganma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright. For number 11, Bug Guy. He's used to hanging out with dudes with swords, and he can transform. Alright. I don't know what that like. I don't think fought before, if that's what you're saying. But alright. I guess if I'm like next to Satsuki while he's fucking bitches, then I learn how to fuck bitches, which is, but it's possible. It's possible. Alright. For number 12, he says G5. All right. For 13, he says, I hate giving WS to G5 or W's to G5, but the Meta Knight drone got a worse track record than Genos. G5 wins. Bro, thank you, bro. Like, niggas don't want to, don't get me wrong, his DC is crazy, but like, this nigga doesn't do shit but lose. At least Genos makes it look like crisp and sexy and he's out there flying and shit. But Meta Knight, I'm waiting for it, but like I said, he's super exciting. For 14, he says, I would have given an honest answer for this if not for the implication of a fucking dragon being in the room. Just like that says, right? Like, yeah, I would have hit it, but all right, man, you got it. But his honest answer, he says, I'd ask Darkshine for advice on my form.
Damn, he's a real one for that.
That's tripping, bro. Yo, I'm sorry, like that's like top 15 cuck answers, bro. Like, for sure.
Yeah, I
That's
got
a
too much
quality
pride
answer.
to do that.
That's a
Just
quality
no,
answer.
I couldn't do it. Hey, can you help me out with that position? Like,
Just
no.
like you stroking it like that. How do I do that?
He wants to know all about that deadlift form. What a guy.
For 15, he says, if he is, then DriveNet is trash and got turned to smoke. God damn, bro. All right, bro. Because the explanation that we gave earlier in the podcast was all based on whether G5 actually is DriveNet. But if it's not, then yeah. And he finishes off with the King Engine, gang.
This is Pahoho Lava Flow. So, number 1, they've said Black Sperm. Number 2, they've said Devil Long Hair would beat G5, yeah. But 3 and 4, they've said G5 for both. Number 5, which one was number 5?
Can the Disciples beat G5?
Oh, okay. They said it would be a hard fight, but they may be able to win. Number 6, he's just said no flat out. 7 and 8, just he's no comment at all. I wonder what they could be. Number 9, Bugama? Was that the star?
Best design this chapter.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess
What the
You
heck?
said
I get it.
Mugama?
I get it.
That nigga gay.
Like, if just
No, I don't.
I mean, it's like if you it just hate him even more for it. Number 10, Black Sperm. 11, he's put G5 would beat Bug God, but he said 12 G5 unless if Pureblood is surrounded by monsters to feed him, then he could outlast G5. 13, he's also put G5 in a close range because the Metal Knight drone could attack from a distance. Number 14, they've just said run for my life. I think is realistically the best answer. If I see Black Sperm on the wall, I'm not waiting around. 15. I
But
doubt
Dark
Drive Knight would
Side
have
is
engaged.
there, bruh.
Bruh,
But
we
he's
watch
going to-
Exorcist. We know what happens when there's freaking shit on the wall. You run away.
Crazy. You call him black sperm shit? Wow.
Is that racist?
A little bit. It's not. You're good. You're good.
And 15. I doubt Drive Knight would have engaged in a sword fight with Atomic Samurai.
Mhm.
And they just put King Engine at the end.
Gang.
I'm reading Keishan's then. Shout out to Keishan. First one, Black Sperm is the executive level Dragoneer, so I'd expect him to at least high diff them. 2, Sword Devil Executioner, also known as Budagiri, giving that boy a haircut. All right. 3, G5 Kazarigiri is strength cap due to the monster cell. 4, Sword Devil Executioner, again, also known as Budagiri. I kind of like his Berserker Viking vibe. 5, fuck no. 6, that boy might, if not during the escape shortly, after due to some unknown monster parasite inside him. 7, Dark Shine. 8, we better, but it's almost sure. 9, Sword Devil Executioner was pretty cool.
What?
10,
This nigga
Atomic.
said Booty Giddy had the best. He's trash. Keisha's trash.
That's what he said. I mean,
Why you
Right.
hating?
yeah. Why you hating?
It's to be hated.
10, Atomic Samurai. Who else you think it could be? LOL. 11, G5. 12, G5. 13, G5. 14, fuck your stupid questions, Grimm.
What? Hey yo, who? Why did we read this shit, bro? Hey, fuck Keisha.
And 15, I don't think so at the moment.
Your service changed him, Grim. When he started, he was a sweet little boy. Now look at him. He's rebelling.
You're lucky he would answer the porn star question. That's the one thing I thought. I didn't think he would answer that one.
All right, I'll go next because I've got one lined up. It's my boy Griever. So for number 1, Galewind Hellfire versus Black Sperm. Black Sperm. 2, he says Devil Longhair. 3, G5. 4, G5. He looks like the Silver Samurai in Wolverine. Yeah, he does. 5, no, they struggled all together against Devil Longhair, so they can't beat G5. 6, he fucking hopes so. Little entitled pissant. 7, Darkshine got the look, Black Sperm got the load. 8, 8, We Can All Dream. 9, G5. 10, Atomic Samurai. 11, G5. 12, tough matchup. Feel it could go either way, but I'll stick with my Robo Asian. Hey, thank you. 13, G5. 14, you're one sick fucker, Grim. 15, don't think so. King Engine.
Gang.
All right, I'm gonna go Immortal Sperm. Number 1, Black Sperm. Number 2, Devil Longhair. Number 3, that's tough. G5 because Harigiri didn't get much screen time. Number 4, G5. Number 5, nope. Number 6, high diff for G5. Number 7, Darkshine. His D gives off a dark shine. Okay, I got you there. Number 8, of course, and they'll be everything.
Oh.
Number 9, I'll be biased, Black Semen. Number 10, Atomic, even though I was more hyped to see my boy. 11, Bug Guy. 12,
Hey, shut up.
12, G5. 13, Metal Knight Drone. 14, I'ma holla at my boy Black Sperm and then act like I didn't see shit. Okay? Okay.
While he's typing your wife, you be like, what's good, bro? He's tuned in. Alright.
Number 15, it's kind of 50-50, but I'll say no. And hashtag Atomic Engine. Oh, look at that.
Wait, was his answer to 11 Bug Guy? Was that a reference to our kind of running joke?
Yes.
I'm assuming so.
Yes, this guy's an OG.
I'll tell you, bro, the family is strong, bro. Alright,
So this is Kedrick D7. Number 1 said Black Sperm has been hinted to be very strong, and he's an executive. So yeah, that makes sense. Number 2, he said Devil Long Hair. I think the hair would be too much for a demon level monster like the Executioner. It's fair enough. Number 3, I'd say G5 as a robot seems to have more feats. Okay. Number 4 also says G5 is the coolest character. He clean as hell. Number 5, it seems that like G5 would be too much for them, and it would prove too high difficulty for him though. Number 6, not die, but I think Executive is about to intervene. 7, he goes, I guess Darkshine, he already has the look of a big muscular black guy. Number 8, I think so. Seems Green Tornado is pulling her out. I hope she finds just like for Baki. So I don't know who that is, but you know.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah, I don't know who Fabaki is.
Crazy.
Wow.
Maybe he's
All
on
right.
about. Maybe he doesn't like the series Baki, and he's going F you Baki. Number 9.
I hope so.
Yeah. G5. Yeah. Number 9. G5 is looking like a beast. 10. Black Sperm. I didn't see him coming into the story for a while. It was funny. It was funny him chasing the kid too. It wasn't funny. It was a feat of Tario. Number 11. I think Bug God might take it. And 12, he said G5 seems capable of taking this one. Very high diff, though. 13, the Metal Knight drone seems he would take it no problem. 14, I like the creativity of the question, but I'm also not sure how to answer it.
Bro, y'all gonna stop ducking the question. Fuck.
Ask questions that can be answered, Grimm.
Yo, honestly, Grimm, like seriously, 14. Like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? Like,
You could have
honestly,
just asked, what would Black Sperm's telly to be named then? That would have been fun.
That would have been a good question. That would have been something we could have carried forward into next streams.
yeah. But instead, what'd you want? You want the what if Darkshine was fucking your wife Mizuki, piping her down, dicking her down, ass tooted up, all this extra adverbs and whatnot, all this adjectives and shit. People don't even read that long. You know that for a fact. And then
says, what would you do if you walked?
Right. Number 15, I'm not positive anymore, to which mystery surrounding 2 characters. Hashtag King Engine. I think it's time for the R of this right.
Alright guys, so that's it for today's podcast. Remember to check out everybody's channel. Everybody put some reviews, live reactions, and discussions about the upcoming chapters and the past chapters. Make sure you hop onto the One Punch Man podcast playlist to discuss, to check out all the different playlists that we do throughout the week. We do hold tournaments, live streams throughout the week, so you get your One Punch Man fix aside from the actual chapter releases. Make sure, once again, you hop onto the playlist where we have the Demon Tournament, the Dragons Tournament, and we're getting ready to do the A through C class Genos tournament. So make sure you guys hop onto there. Check out our Patreon to help support the channel. We'll be trying to upload and get associated with like YouTube's advertising systems, but until then, we're gonna be using Patreon. So your donations mean everything. Let's get that shit popping. In the comment section. Fuck, I can't say Black Sperm versus Atomic Samurai. That's crazy. It's gonna be full of spoilers.
Teletubby name for Black Sperm.
Black S. Black Sam. There you go. Black Spam.
In the comment section, tag. In the comment section, drop your personal name for Black Sperm, and we'll see if we'll drop that in the title for the video. Alright guys, like and subscribe, and see you boys next time. Yo ho ho!